All right, Gator fans, Miami fans, we're going to break this thing down today. Now, as you guys come on in, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. Also, if you're watching from Twitter, go ahead and hit that follow button, hit the share button, all that good stuff. So, Gator fans, I know Miami's going to go into Gainesville, beat the brakes off you, and we're going to go home right after. But, Gator fans, I want to be nice to you guys. I want to give you guys a song to help you on the way home to get through all the agony and pain. So let's kick this off with a nice little song for the Gators to go home, and be blessed. Be blessed. Just be blessed that Miami came in there and kicked your teeth in. Just be blessed.
Hold on, my friend, trouble soon will end. Brighter days will soon be on their way. Life has pain, sometimes sunshine, sometimes rain. Just hold on and go ahead and cry. It's alright, weeping only endures for a night. Go ahead and cry, keep the fight, and he will be right by your side. Go ahead and cry, 'cause sometimes you need to clear your sight. Go ahead and cry, cry. Not what it appears to be. And when the pain is gone, you'll see. Just be strong, and faith will dry your tears away. Some people go, but he will stay with open arms. Go ahead and cry, it's alright, weeping only endures for a night. Go ahead and cry, keep the fight, he will be right by your side. Go ahead and cry, 'cause sometimes you need to clear your side. Go ahead and cry. Is it a possibility that you just can't see what's just about to take you out? I pray you open up your eyes so you can see the light. Oh yeah, go ahead and cry, cry. That's all you need to do. It's alright, let it all out. Only endures for a night. Go ahead and cry. Oh, it's alright. And he will be right by your side. Oh, he will be right by your side. Sometimes, you need to clear your side.
That one was dedicated to you, Gator fans. After Miami come up in the swamp and kick your teeth in, just let it out. Let all the pain out. Nobody's going to judge you for crying. We know you're going to do it in the car. Might as well prep yourself. Pre-cry before you get to the car, Gator fans. Miami's going to come up in the swamp and kick your teeth in. So, just go ahead and cry. Go ahead and cry. Go ahead and cry. Cry. Yo, what up, everybody? Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning on this beautiful morning? We're going to do a little breakdown today. Let me go ahead and get this thing popping today. Got this little website I want to share with you guys. They did most of the work. They got all the graphics and everything done already. All the comparisons done already. So we're just going to see how Miami stack up against the Gators, basically, and how the Gators stack up against Miami when it comes to, coaching, when it comes to all that good stuff, coaching players, returning players, depth, all that. So normally, you listen to the Gators speak, you listen to Miami speak, you try to figure out what's on each team, production-wise and all that, and strength of schedule and everything like that. Well, this particular website that I'm using has all that in one place. So I kind of make it easy to break it down. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me go ahead and give you guys a quick little demonstration. As you guys can see, they got it broken down. Miami's last season, whatever, 7-6, 3-5 in conference. Overall, offense, defense, special, and the team depth and everything. So they all got it all graded. Then they go into the schedules, the wins, the losses, all that, the overall rank of the teams that we lost and everything. And then they got the upcoming schedule where those teams are ranked. Like the Gators, for example, their overall on our schedule is a 23. So, and then you got teams like, let's say Ball State, they're like 109. So kind of give you like a breakdown of who we play and all that good stuff. Also, this will be an open conversation as always. So Gator fans, you're more than welcome to come in here. Florida State fans, Miami fans, nothing's off limit. So I am going to put the link in the chat. You guys could click the link if you're on YouTube, by the way. In order to click the link, you must be on YouTube. So if you're watching from Twitter, you can go to the channel. Go to my profile. The link to the channel is there. You can go and you can join the chat, talk on the channel, whatever, this, that, and third. Now, if you're a Gator fan and you're listening, 9 times out of 10, you'll probably be triggered because, I'm not going to talk too nicely about your team. I'm not going to tell you the lies that you want to hear. Oh, you're going to be a good team this year. You're going to win more than 5 games. You're going to, miraculously make the playoffs. You're going to beat Georgia. You're going to beat Texas and those teams. You're not going to hear that from me. So if you want to come in here and spread all the rumors and lies about your team and to make yourself feel better, the link is in the chat. But we're going to tell it like it is. You probably win 4 games this season. So I'm just being real with you. So if you want to come in and represent your Gators and talk, you're more than welcome to. Trash talking is 100% allowed. So if you want to come in here and troll, you can do that too. You can do that too. I ain't going to block you, mute you, kick you, or none of that. But the link is in the chat for anybody that wants to join in on the conversation. So we're going to talk Miami versus Florida. Miami versus Florida. That's the first game of the season. Before we get into that, though, some of you Gator fans on Twitter, y'all are dumb as a box of rocks. I got to say, you go to my profile, you go down, you're like, oh, man, all this guy does is talk about Florida. All he does is talk about Florida. Do you not see the title of my goddamn profile? Do you not see it? It says the Big Three, goddammit. The Big Three. Unless you want me to replace Florida with UCF and don't talk about y'all, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Seriously, it says Big Three. I'm going to talk about the Gators. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. Y'all are the first game we play. Why would I not talk about you? Why would I not clown and troll and do all that good stuff, compare your team to ours, and find all kind of dirt on your team and all that kind of stuff and put it out there? Why would I not do that? Make it make sense. But you know what? I shouldn't say nothing. I should just let y'all continue on because it's working for me anyway. But anyways, man. So I just see you in the chat. What's going on with you? Let's start off with the Florida Gators. there's a player. I'm not gonna put his name out, but when I talk about the situation, y'all gonna know who it is. Mr. 150. That's what I call him. I call him Mr. 150 because that's what he was doing when the police was chasing him. He also hit somebody's car. He also had marijuana in the car, and he's just a freshman. He just got to Florida. So I'm reading on Florida's board about this guy, and they talking about, oh, we back. We got criminals on the team. We back. We winning the Natty this year. We gonna win the Natty this year. We got criminals. I said it. We got criminals on the team. We winning the Natty this year. Oh, we back. And then I start reading some more of the comments, and it's stuff like, you know what? He ain't no goon. He ain't get away from the police. We got to kick him off the team. Oh, this dude, if he's still fat, let's kick him off the team. This is what Florida fans are saying. Florida Gator fans, y'all are freaking hilarious. Y'all are freaking hilarious. When you're not being too delusional, you're extra hilarious. I swear you're extra hilarious. But like I said, we got some. Let me go ahead and make this thing a little bit bigger so you guys could probably see it a lot better. Let me go ahead and make it as there we go. Without going to, I might want to go down, scale it down just a little bit. I think that'd probably be good. That right there. Y'all thumbs up in the chat if y'all can see this on the screen. Thumbs up in the chat if you can see it on the screen. Let me see. So, like I said, they broke down Miami's last season, and then we got the upcoming schedule here, which first game of the season is the Florida Gators, then FAMU, Ball State, and USC. Those are the first 4 games, obviously non-con games. So, knock those out, and then we get into ACC play. So that's where we're at. Now, when you look at the Florida Gators overall ranks, they got them at 23. Now, defensive rank is at a 39, and the offensive rank is at a 25. So obviously their offense is a lot more better than their defense. But if you listen to a Florida Gator, they'll tell you that their defense is better than their offense, which, don't make much sense. But at the same time, they ain't really got receivers like that. And, they only got that one kid that they go nuts about, Trey Wilson, Eugene Wilson. That's the only one they could really talk about. All the other guys are projects. Then they got the guy that coming in from Arizona State, whatever his name, Elijah Badger. He's a player or two away from going to the sideline every time and getting a back massage because obviously he got back problems. So we're not too much worried about their receivers. Let's just be real. Our front 7 is going to be in their backfield all day anyway, so they're not really going to have much time to be throwing the ball. Graham Mertz is going to do his dinks and dunks and all that this season. So basically watch out for the same thing from Graham Mertz that he's seen last year. He's going to rack up a whole bunch of yards, dink and dunks. Obviously, the wide receivers, the running backs, they're going to have a lot of yak because that's the game that being played with Graham Mertz. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's it. That's the Gators offense right there. Dink and dunks and hope that they can get yak. When it comes to throwing passes, more than 10 yards, Graham Mertz ain't really up there in doing that at all. So it is what it is. A lot of Gator fans, their main focus is on our secondary. Oh, who do you have at safety? Who do you have at corner? Blah, blah, blah. That's what they're mainly worrying about. I'll say this. Corners, I'm not concerned on corner. Now, safety position-wise, I'm not that concerned either. And that's because the front 7 is going to be getting a lot of pressure on their quarterback. They're not going to have time to – most of their players are not going to have time to develop anyway. So, obviously, a lot of people have been looking for Mario to go into the portal, grab, safeties and stuff like that. Obviously, you saw the guy from Vanderbilt. He left Riley. He left and went somewhere else. So they're all thinking, we need to get more depth at corner, corner too, but safety and all that. But I'm not really concerned. Obviously, you've seen that we went heavy on defensive line. The year before it was offensive line. So Mario's getting the trenches together. So let's talk about transfer portal just a little bit before we dive deep into this thing. So transfer portal. Obviously, we're not trying to be Mike Norvell in Florida State with the transfer portal. Obviously, it worked well for Mike Norvell. Kudos to Florida State and all them, whatever. But you also saw the result of when all those transfer portal guys accomplished what they needed. Basically, use Florida State to get the brand recognition and all that. People watched and build up the stats. And then you go into the NFL draft, and they got like 10 players drafted. Probably like one of them was a original Florida State commit. But you see in the bowl game where Georgia basically went in there and just basically went raw. Georgia went into the Orange Bowl and went raw dog. Raw. Y'all seen it, god dang it. It was a massacre. Bloody. That's tough. Now, we're not trying to be that team. Obviously, last game of the season, we played Rutgers. Some of the guys opted out. Obviously, it wasn't all that meaningful. We're like 7-5 and whatever. So, obviously, Rutgers, their players stick around. It meant something to them to play a little bit more than it did for us, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We lost to Rutgers. So, what I'm trying to say is basically we don't want to be that team that depends on the portal. And then when it comes down to the bowls and anything that's not out, that's basically outside of the playoffs and outside of national championship, the guys don't want to play or don't want to show up. We don't want to be in that situation. Obviously, our bowl record is absolutely terrible. Basuda, trash, garbage. We don't want to continue down that road. And I don't think that's the kind of culture he wants at Miami, basically. Play the season, don't show up for bowl games because we don't think it's meaningful. We want every game at Miami to be meaningful. So obviously, you got to get these guys to play at a more higher level and play more high-level bowl games and stuff like that for them to even participate. So I think that's the direction we're going in. And you can't do that with just transfer portal guys. Nah, no problem with transfer portal guys now. Don't get it wrong. But I don't think that's where we want to go in the future. I think we want to have those guys right now for plug and play. And with the way we recruit, later on, those guys will be developed and we won't have to necessarily go into the portal to go for those positions and all that. And eventually it'll sustain itself. Now, here's the deal. I don't think we're going to go away from the transfer portal altogether because at the end of the day, you're going to have some guys that are just not satisfied with whether it's playtime, with the new era that we're in, the NIL. They might think they could get something elsewhere. You're going to have some coaches call them up, get in their ear and tell them, hey, man, come on over here real quick. We got you. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. We'll give you playtime. We'll give you some extra money in your pocket. And then, boom, next thing you know, it's like that. Now, from what I've been seeing, the NCAA and college football in general, basically, their schools are going to start paying these players. I think it's like $20 million each. If $20 million, not players each, but schools going to start paying out. I think about $20 million, of revenue to the players. So players are going to get paid. It is what it is. We're there. We're not going back. We're not looking back. It is what it is. Speaking of players getting paid, Jaden Rashada, the Florida Gators bamboozled this kid. The Florida Gators, absolutely terrible negotiators, terrible. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they're terrible negotiators. I would say that they're scam artists. The Florida Gators are scam artists. Scam artists. Justice for Rashada. Hashtag justice for Rashada. Justice for Rashada. Now, Miami, originally Jaden Rashada committed to Miami. There's numbers being thrown out there allegedly that he was going to get a $9 million deal to come to Miami for 4 seasons. All this was going through, Life Wallet and Ruiz, allegedly. The number was 9-point-something million. He would have got over the course of 4 years or whatever. Now, the Gators, being who they are, they saw that during that year, Mario was kicking Billy Napier's teeth in on the recruiting trail. We anything we wanted that they wanted, we got. It was like that. It was like that. Mario had the loafers on Billy's neck. That's tough. Mario was kicking Billy teeth in. Now, Gator collectives at the time, now it's Gator, it's Victorious or something like that, whatever. They got billboards all over the place. I seen one in Fort Lauderdale, by the way, which to me was hilarious. I think it said something brick by brick. So obviously the Gators are out here thinking that they're going to build up this program brick by brick or whatever. I don't know what kind of brick they talking about. Maybe all white bricks, you know. But the Gator Collective, them Bill and Napier and all of that, allegedly promised Jaden Rashada about $13 million and so. I think it was about 13.8, like that. And obviously, National Signing Day, we're seeing the stories now that basically it was supposed to be a signing bonus for maybe $500,000, and then from what we're hearing, allegedly, Billy promised it to be $1 million. If he signed with Florida that day, he was going to get $1 million. Till today, Jaden Rashada hasn't gotten nothing. Now, from what we heard, allegedly, he did get $150 to pay back Ruiz. Obviously, contracts were signed and, you know, obligations when they needed to be met. If he didn't, then it was $150. So obviously, they took care of that. From what I'm hearing, allegedly, that's all that was given to Jaden Rashada. He didn't get a dime. He didn't get a dime. Obviously, Florida bamboozled this kid. There's clause or there was no contract signed or something like that. Or they decided that, you know what, they're going to terminate the agreement after the kid done signed or before the kid signed or whatever. Basically bamboozled that kid. Now, from what I'm hearing, Kirby Smart gave him the okay, he's behind him, you know, to go ahead and sue the Florida Gators. Well, sorry, not the Florida Gators. Billy Napier and the collectives, the former guys, whatever, that, you know, that collective was ran by, is no longer running it. It's Gator Victorious now. So you got that whole situation going on. Jaden Rashada suing Billy Napier and the old collective, the old company, or whatever. Me personally, I hope that Jaden Rashada get every single dollar that he's asking for. From what I'm hearing, the lawsuit is for about $10 million. I heard that's what he's at. I hope he get 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and I can keep going on for days. I hope he get every single dollar. This cat, I'm going to say cat because I don't want to curse, this cat of a school that's in Gainesville basically ruined that kid's financial opportunity. If you were not going to pay him the amount of money that you said you would, let him go. He would have been at Miami. He would have got paid at Miami. You know why? Because Miami, when Miami promised somebody, a kid, something, they live up to that obligation. They don't bamboozle the kid. They don't terminate contracts. If they said this kid was going to get this for this, and as long as he's at Miami and all that, he would have got paid. He would have got paid. You know what? Let me give you Gator fans some homework. I want you guys to go look it up and come back with any answer, any details for me. When have you seen a player leave the University of Miami and say, I did not get paid? When have you seen a player leave Miami and said, I was promised X, Y, and Z, and I didn't get X, Y, and Z for what X, Y, and Z was promised for? You can't find it. You can't find it because we live by a code called integrity. The Gators don't have no integrity. None whatsoever. None. They promised this kid this kind of money basically just to get him not to go to Miami, allegedly. That's the only reason I could think of. Mario got, Malik Bryant. He got, Maui Goa. He got Pancake. He's just stacking them up. As a matter of fact, at the time, Kermani McLean even committed to Miami after spending 3,000 years at Florida. So things was not going Billy's way. So I could see why they lied to Jaden Rashada. I could see why they did what they did. Despicable. Despicable. Trash. That school in Gainesville is 100% trash. Bottom of the barrel trash. SEC trash. They have brought shame to the SEC. It's great. Garbage. Trash. Dishonorable. Billy, I think Billy Napier will get fired this year. I think this is just fuel to the fire. You got a 4-8 season loaded. That's my thoughts right now. You're gonna lose. You're probably gonna lose about 8 games this season. Your schedule's not comfortable, plain and simple. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the Gator zone too while we're at it. Let's pull their numbers. Let's pull up some of these stats and depth charts and all that. Same way we do for Miami. Let's do that. So obviously, I got both of them loaded up, so we can take a look at it. Okay, so obviously the Gators coming off a 5-7 season. The way they talking, especially on Twitter, you would have think these guys won 8 games last year. You would have think they won 8. You know what? Let's match Miami. You would have think the Gators won 7 games last year. How about that? 7. Let's start with 7. All right, Gator Sam is in the building. Gator Sam, what's going on, my guy?
What's good, bro?
Hold on, let me say something, Gator Sam. Hey, Gator fans, you see this? This is a Gator fan on the channel. I repeat, I do not let Gator fans on here, so y'all stop lying on me. All right, what up, Sam?
What's good, man?
All right, so obviously we're talking about the Jaden Rashada, and I'm basically just stepping on your logo.
Trust me, I hear you.
What's your thoughts on the whole Jaden Rashada situation?
Man, if we being honest, it's really some shit Kirby Smart got going on. It's also a recruiting tactic too, making the university look bad. But
trust me, I agree with you on that 100% because I know this kind of shit being in the air, a lot of recruits are gonna think twice about y'all.
But listen though, you were saying name a situation that happened with Miami. The same thing. These allegations. He's saying that Miami offered him 9-point-something million to go there, and that's why he committed to Miami originally. And then Florida came out there with the 14 point whatever million.
13.8
or 13. I was hearing numbers higher than that, but yeah, I don't think it's. I personally don't think it's him. I think it's his daddy, because that's just like the Commander McLean situation. Where
let me ask you this: if Miami allegedly offered him 9-point-something million, do you think he would have got that 9-point-something million had he stuck with Miami? Based on what you've seen about Miami and the NIL?
You said what?
If Miami promised him, let's just round it up, 10 million. 10 million. If Miami promised this kid 10 million, based on what you've seen in this NIL era about Miami and NIL and paying kids and all that, we've never seen any situation where we don't pay. Do you think he would have got 10 million at Miami?
You want to be honest with you? I think if that was an offer, a legitimate offer, I don't see why not, considering
perfect.
One of those schools, Miami, one of them schools with big NIL money. I'm not gonna sit there and act like that's not a real.
Okay, so I say that to say this: if the Florida Gators knew they would not pay this guy the 13 million something, why even offer it? Why even put it on the table?
I think that it would just he say she say shit. I'm not saying millions of dollars was not offered to this kid. That's not what I'm saying. Let me just go on record for saying that. I do believe that they offered him an absurd amount of money, but I don't think logically that they said, or Billy Napier at that said, hey, they're gonna pay you 13 point whatever million to come play for us before you were a mid 4-star recruit and there was a 5-star recruit coming in behind you. I mean, if you want to be, let's be technical, it would make more sense to do that type of deal with DJ Lagway, a more premier type of player. I'm not saying they did or did not, but it would make more sense if I was a betting man to spend $13 million on a DJ Lagway than a 4-star average. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even so average, a decent 4-star quarterback. Because if you want to do comparisons, Tennessee, you know, that kid that's starting this year, his deal was like $5 or $6 million. He's the premier quarterback and the number one quarterback of his class. Okay, that's understandable. Arch Manning, same scenario. They just didn't say how high his was, but his was around between 3 and 5 million. So to sit there and say, well, that's they didn't offer him anything. I'm not gonna say they didn't offer him anything, but I don't think they just said, well, we don't want to. We gonna pretend to give offer him this and then call it back because need I remind you, Florida went into that class. It being that Jaden Rashada didn't sign, we didn't even have a quarterback.
You know what I think happened? And this is just me thinking, saying, I think you guys got a commitment out of Lagway. And you say, you know what? This amount of money that we're about to get this kid is not worth it. We're just going to renege on it. It's better business or whatever. But in the end, you screwed the kid.
I don't know, man, because
that's what I think.
That would be basically the equivalent of saying, okay, we're just gonna throw this season away and just wait for Lagway and just bank on if we're able to keep him, you know, we could possibly he can keep his job, you know, or something like that. But again, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that doesn't sound logical because I've heard that before, and when you think about it, it make a lot of sense. But I don't think if you're looking at it for a long term, that would be a good idea. Considering we all got to go with this whole perception thing, because that type of media getting out. Come on now, that looks bad for Florida. So I don't think that was what they intended or did. I just think they offered him a lot of money, but I don't think that $13 million came out of Billy Napier's mouth. I think the people that control the money, but you know, that's outside of the school, they said some numbers, but I don't think it was that high.
Mic check.
So we got Sarge in the building. Sarge is a Georgia Bulldog fan. So obviously, you know, Jaden Rashada, he's at Georgia right now. Obviously, we've seen Kirby Smart, you know, gave Jaden Rashada the green light, whether he needed it from Kirby or not.
Yeah, but Kirby Smart has nothing to do with it. He has nothing to do with this situation.
Yes, he kind of do.
How?
The nigga told that nigga to go ahead and go through with this lawsuit.
Yeah, because he want him to get his money. You would tell somebody not to get the $13 million that they wasn't promised.
That's exactly what a Georgia.
I mean, in Kirby Smart's situation, Kirby Smart just this year became the number one paid coach in America.
Kirby's the highest paid coach. He don't need no money. Yeah.
So obviously, him telling, you know, Jaden Rashada, go get your money. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Now, hold on real second. Canes for Life, appreciate the five membership gifted. Appreciate that, boss. So 5 of you guys just received 5 memberships to the channel. Appreciate that.
So Kirby wasn't there when y'all was promising Rashada all this garbage, bro.
We don't know where Kirby was at.
He wasn't there. He wasn't in Gainesville when y'all signed the contract with him.
We didn't sign the contract. Otherwise, this whole thing would have been over already.
So y'all never signed a contract with Rashada.
Nope.
So this is all word of mouth.
Exactly. Let me prove it to you. If this was on contract, then what is there to discuss? You can't. If it's in a contract, if it's in a legal contract, what is there to discuss on why they didn't pay? This would have been over already. This is as I said when I first got on here. It was he says, she say shit. The people.
I think the main issue with this situation is Jaden Rashada family didn't get it in writing.
And first off, hold on, wait. And if you really want to be technical, if you want to get technical and pull out facts, the University of Florida collectives gave him that $150,000 to pay back Miami. So you can't say
that's what I'm saying. So why do all of this just to bamboozle the kid and not pay him what y'all told him?
Because he was never promised that amount. I just told you.
Hold on. So Miami promised this kid 9 point something allegedly. And you think Florida's not going to have to up it to get him to get out of that?
I never said they didn't up it. I just said it probably
Okay,
wasn't that
so
amount.
let's do this. So if it's not 13 million or something, Miami's offering 10. Obviously, you got to go more than 10. Either way, why not pay the kid what y'all offered him, or let him go to Miami and get what he deserved?
You didn't hear what his father said when this whole thing began. He
What
don't
is?
want his son in that much competition. The competition would be too steep in the SEC. You forget the stuff that the receipts that they have. It wasn't just about money. It wasn't just Rashada. That's why I said it was his father. This is all his father's doing because his father wanted him to get that money. His father was quote unquote promised a position on the staff at the University of Florida. This has nothing really to do with Jaden Rashada. It's really more about his father. That's why I said I don't think that it was just they just didn't give him no money. It was more to it than that because despite all these big money offers, he wanted to be a Gator. Miami offered him that 9 allegedly. I'm not gonna say it did or did not, but he was allegedly offered $9 million to commit to Miami. Prior to that, he was leaning Florida. Okay, cool. Now he commits to Miami, Florida, one-ups them. Okay, whatever, insert however many millions you want to put there, 13 million, 14 million, whatever number you want to put there. I don't think the people that's on the field, that's on the staff say, okay, we think he's worth about 13 million when he is clearly not. When there are clearly better quarterbacks out there in the market and in college not even making that. And this kid isn't even a legacy kid or a premier game. He wasn't. He was just a solid quarterback coming out away from California, if I'm not mistaken, or Cali or something like that.
Yeah, he's from Cal.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, and that's not no hate on him because I don't hate the kid for trying to get his money. I just hate how his family is going about this whole ordeal because this was all said over the phone. This is all conversations that was he say, she say. I'm not denying that it wasn't said. I'm just saying
being smart individuals that we are. Miami's offering 10. Let's just round it to 10. 9 point something, forget it, 10. In order for the Gators to get them, and obviously money is a factor, they would have to offer more than that. But if you knew for a fact that you're not going to give this kid 10 or up, why even throw it out there that you would? Because that's obviously what happened. Come signing day, we saw Jaden Rashada was taking forever to sign, and a lot of people didn't know what was going on until now. You guys,
they probably offered him more money at the last minute. It's probably a last minute thing.
Because they promised him a signing bonus in the beginning. It was $500,000. He would get that up front.
And I agree with that part. But like I said,
so Billy now allegedly Billy told him to basically we'll give you $1 million to sign. He's till today he hasn't gotten nothing. So that signing he was supposed to sign and get $1 million right away. He didn't get nothing after he signed. Obviously, we see now he wants out of their letter intent. Obviously,
but you forgetting something.
You just promised me if I sign, it's like me going to the NBA, going to the NFL. You promised me, hey, come to my team, just as a signing bonus. You're getting this much guaranteed already.
I don't think that's how a contract works in these day and age. I think it was more to it than just if you sign this paper and put your name on it, you're gonna get $500,000.
There's players out here getting bags for commitments. Just for a commitment, they get a bag.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's the problem where
to sit there and say $500,000.
I think the father should have got legal advice. He should have had lawyers along with him when he was doing all this negotiating and all of that. If he didn't, because obviously you guys basically bamboozled the kid. He ended up at Arizona with, I don't know how much Arizona gave him, but probably slim to nothing.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
Like I said, in
my opinion, y'all bamboozled the kid.
We didn't bamboozle the kid. His father bamboozled him.
Nah. Whether or not the father was the negotiator, y'all promised him this amount and you didn't fulfill it.
Nah. It's more to, like I said, it's more to this than what we.
Had you guys paid the kid what he wanted and not give the father a so-called job that he was promised or whatever, the kid still would have been fine.
I don't know about that. But don't worry. He'll sit at Georgia for a year, probably win the championship on the bench or on the practice squad, and then transfer somewhere else and get a starting position there.
Shout out to BBs. BB says, sorry, as a Gator grad, I have been embarrassed to watch this show laugh out loud. Listen, man, it's been tough. He goes on to say, I see 3 Gator wins this season.
You know what's so funny about
now? This is hold on, time out. Let me clarify. BB is a Gator fan. This is not a Hurricane. This is not a Seminole. This is a Gator fan telling you guys that
he's a Gator fan and a Gator graduate.
And he's a Gator graduate, by the way. This is not just some fan that watched the game at home on their couch or whatever. He went to Gainesville, so let's get that clear. He see 3 Gator wins this season. I think this man is a real fan. He's not delusional. He see the writing on the wall.
3 wins is a stretch.
BB, and you the MVP of the day, my guy.
3 wins. That must mean Miami gonna be one of those 3 wins.
Cap.
Miami, UCF, and Florida State.
Play the soundbite. Play the soundbite.
He said Miami gonna be one of those losses.
Play the sound.
You haven't.
He need to leave that dope alone.
Yeah, get a Sam.
Get some help.
We're not gonna be. We're not. Listen, if you do win 3 games, you'll probably beat Charlotte. Is it Charlotte? Hold on. Your schedule right here. I don't know why I'm guessing when it's right.
Yeah, you got the Charlotte 49ers.
No, they don't got Charlotte. They got Samford. They got Mississippi State. I think they'll beat Samford. They'll beat Mississippi State, and then probably a toss-up between UCF and Texas A&M.
They'll beat A&M. They'll beat A&M.
So, yeah, so there you go. They'll probably lose. They could probably win 4 games. Samford, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, and UCF.
So you mean to tell me just because y'all get a good quarterback one year that y'all gonna actually do
It ain't
something?
just a quarterback.
Man, look.
Y'all keep focusing on Cam Ward like Cam Ward is the only player we got.
That's the only thing that matters. When the last time y'all won 10 games? Or went to the ACC championship?
When the last time has all our pieces been together like this?
That's an excuse that if I said that, you would be like, that's not going to work.
When the last time have all our pieces been like this? Our coaching staff is intact.
Okay, then when the last time Florida was like that? When
Huh?
the last time Florida State or Georgia or Alabama, when the last time they was like that? Anybody can make that same argument, man. Come on.
All I'm saying is I can't worry about Florida State, Georgia, and all of them. I just know that we're intact. This is the best we've been intact for about maybe 20 years now.
Really?
Coaching staff, the recruits are coming in, development, all that good stuff. So this season, man, 9 to 10 wins. I should be the floor, to be honest with you.
So let me ask you this. If y'all beat Florida, then who do y'all lose to?
Okay, so let me go back to our side.
Because I'll be honest with you, as an actual Gator fan, I'll tell you the games that I know we're going to lose.
Okay, so we beat Florida, definitely beat FAM, Ball, USF, Virginia, Cal. Louisville and Florida State probably be those 2 tough games that we play. That's pretty much it.
Go ahead and throw Georgia Tech on that list too.
Duke got a new coach. Georgia Tech ain't really got pieces like that.
Go ahead and throw Georgia Tech on that list.
Wake Forest ain't got pieces like that. And Syracuse, that's Syracuse.
Man, look here. Y'all only say this nonsense about Florida because of what happened last year and the year before that with this rebuilding stage.
And
Let's be honest.
And rightfully so. Billy
I'm not denying
the first season, I told y'all it's a rebuild. Y'all told me no. Then after y'all got beat from left to right, then Billy came and said it's a rebuild.
Shout out to Billy, though, man. Shout out to him, man. He been going through some things, man. Shout out to that dude.
Shout out to Georgia winning the national championship last year. Shout out to Georgia being the last team Saban beat last year.
And the year before that, 2 years in a row.
Yeah. When the last time y'all lost? Can't say that no more, now can you?
Yeah. I mean,
Hold
we
on.
lost by 3
Let me
points.
flip it. Let me flip it. When the last time the Gators won?
Hey, I never claimed that we was elite.
Hey,
Because
Sal.
I got your schedule right here, and it says L 5 in a row. So you're going into the season.
Sal, we lost the game by 3 points after winning 29 straight. It's all good.
Yeah, a loss is a loss, though, right?
Now, Gator Sam, I'm gonna give you credit on this. You guys should have beat Florida State. You guys had that game. You should have won that game. I'm gonna give you that much. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, we should have won that Missouri game too, but when you ain't got no defense, you can't complain.
I mean, what it was, 14, 16, something like that?
Fourth and 29 or something like that.
And this is why I can't take y'all serious when y'all telling us how bad y'all gonna beat us and the swamp is this.
So that's a lot. I don't know
that.
which Gator fans you talk to, but on the real, that is no easy game by any stretch of the imagination, and it never has been or ever will be.
Let me hit you to a fun fact. Miami is 12-9 in the swamp. So if having a full stadium, packed stadium, it's loud and all that, it seems like it don't really work against us. Maybe other SEC schools and all that.
You can't say that, man. That's 3
We're
games
12-9 in there. We're
That's
12-9. We got a winning record in there.
That's a 3-game difference, and then you got to factor in.
So
how often do we play each other? It'd be like 4-5 years at a time before we play each other.
Whose fault is that?
That's not Billy Napier or anybody on that staff fault.
You're right, but at the end of the day,
and I'm not saying what you're alluding to did not happen at all. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, just like all this Jaden Rashada and Billy Napier collective stuff, none of this is Kirby's fault.
Steve Perry told the whole world basically, we're not playing Miami every year no more. It makes no sense for us to play them every year. We're not gonna win shit. We can't win nothing playing these tough guys every year.
That's a whole nother era of football.
Then you got guys like Bobby Bowden, the honorable Bobby Bowden, by the way, that says, I ain't running from them Hurricanes. I'm going to play them every year.
Man,
he said that, but he also said that the SEC was too tough for anybody to make it to the championship, and that
Time out. Wait a minute. Flag on the play. Back in the 80s and 90s, the SEC weren't nothing. They were
out of here. How long was Bobby Bowden the coach?
Bobby Bowden, shoot.
He was a coach for a long time.
In the chat, how long was Bobby Bowden the coach?
Yeah, he was a coach for a long time.
A long time, right?
I think he left. I think they got him out of Florida State. When was that? 11 or 12? One of them.
I can't remember.
Because Jimbo came in.
Yeah, he left and Jimbo replaced him. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Bobby Bowden stood on business. He didn't run from Miami. While Steve Spurrier had to say, you know what? Let's tuck our tails.
Didn't Spurrier win the championship?
After taking Miami off the schedule.
Did Miami
as Miami fans, we could arguably say that Florida would have never won a championship had they not taken us off the schedule. That's tough.
How, if that's the case, we would have played you in the championship if y'all was so good.
Like I said, y'all came in, took us off the schedule, and you finally won something.
That's crazy.
I gotta commend you guys. You made a smart move. Let's take
the
bad Hurricane off our schedule so we could finally win something.
Actually, what about the last 25 years? Like, what do you mean? Actually, let's go even deeper. Okay.
But there's a cause. There's a cause and effect to everything. If you hadn't taken off the schedule to begin with, the next 25 years or whatever wouldn't even matter. It's a cause and effect, because let's just say the cause of y'all not taking us off when you did, you probably would have catch a whole bunch of L's along the way, and you probably would have never won a championship.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in 3 months, man. All the talking ends in 3 months.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna see who it means more to. That's all I can say.
Definitely, man. And I don't want to hear no excuses from no Lizards fans that we had too many off-season troubles and the players were distracted and all this other stuff. I don't want to hear no excuses.
I would say the same thing to Georgia when y'all don't go to the championship this year.
Okay, okay, all right, Sam.
And I'm not. And for the record, let me go on record saying I don't think the Gators are a playoff caliber team this year. I don't think we're gonna be something to be feared this year. I'm not saying that at all. But I also don't believe we just gonna win 3 or 4 games.
Let me get your logic on the reason why Georgia's not going to the championship, Sam. Why do you think we're not going?
Easy. Y'all just not. Y'all just not.
Oh man.
You can't give
Nah,
me
but
a
on the
reason
serious
why,
note,
though.
you want to know why though? You want to know why though? It's the same reason every time y'all don't go. It's always one game. It's always one game where y'all just blow it.
So we're not gonna make the playoffs. That's you saying?
I know that's not what I said.
Okay, okay,
I said I was very specific, Sarge. I said championship.
okay. We're not gonna win.
Y'all are more than likely gonna have a bye week leading up throughout the playoffs. I'm not denying that, man.
Okay, I
I'm
got
not
you. I got
stupid.
you.
We all know
Sam,
Georgia is the best team in college football right now.
don't
Own
let
college football.
Sarge bait you, Sam, because Georgia's right now the number 1 team to win the championship. Odds are all in their favor. So
Of course,
I'm just
the
trying to hear
odds
this
in their
from a Florida
favor.
fan. Let
I'm
that
just
Florida
telling you.
fan speak. T2I.
I'm just saying, like I know what it is. It's not no Chinese secret about Georgia. Like we already know what it is with them. What I'm saying is, do I think y'all gonna win the championship this year? No. Y'all said the same thing last year.
I know, man.
Y'all be over
3 points away. 3 points away. And we said it before that and before that too, you know?
Yeah. You can only talk about a couple years, bro. That's it. And
A
if we
couple
want
of
to go off
years.
of
We got
recent,
the most wins out of any team since like 1970. You know that, right?
again, a couple years.
All right, Sam. I'm gonna be
when you
listening
look
to this
at
in January. It's
when you
all
look at
good.
the Florida Gators this season overall, strength of schedule, they got the number 1 toughest schedule to play.
We usually have a top 5 incredibly hard schedule to play. It's
Now
always like that.
defense wise, you're going to overall is the number 4 defense in the country. Basically, you'll be playing top defense every week.
Every single week.
Offense number 1. You'll be going up against high power offenses every week.
Yep, we got to go to Texas. We got to go to Jacksonville to play Georgia. We got Ole Miss at the house, which I think might be an L. We got I can't even put Florida State in that category because we don't really know what they're gonna look like.
Now teams with good pass defense, number 5 ranked overall. That's what y'all be facing. Teams with rushing defense, number 10. So that's what y'all be facing. Y'all got the toughest road in college football.
Hey,
And that is
Sam. Hey,
and
Sam,
that
let me
is
ask you a
exactly
question,
why
man.
they got y'all. Vegas got y'all at 5.5. This is exactly why.
Sam, let me ask you a question, bro.
What up?
Are your players gonna opt out? Are you gonna have any players just
We're
opt out
not
and
Florida State. We're
say,
not
hey
Florida
man,
State.
this
We
game
actually
don't
have a
count.
culture.
We don't care about the season anymore. We just gonna opt out.
They would have did it last year.
That's true, man.
Let's be honest. We didn't have that issue. We built a culture. Florida State, the only team out there that don't know how to build a culture. They just put band-aids over scars.
That's right.
I even give Miami that benefit of the doubt because they got a decent amount of returning players. Florida, not one of them universities that you got to worry about.
Well, we
30,000
gave
opt-outs.
FSU a bunch of mental scars. You know, you can't see mental scars.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can't compare apples to
I'm
rotten
just saying,
oranges.
if y'all have some players that's about to go pro, you know, maybe they'll just opt out if y'all not doing good, or maybe they might be like scared. You know, they're gonna get hurt, so they might just say, "Hey, man, I'm going to the league, or I might get drafted, so let me just opt out."
All right, so let's dive a little bit deeper. Obviously, we got the schedule. Overall ranked opponents, basically. Miami's 18. You got Samford, who's like 140 plus. Then you got Texas A&M, they 26 ranked. Mississippi State, they 78. So that's a winnable game for you guys. UCF is at 16, which is crazy because they're even ranked higher than Tennessee at 32, and then you got Kentucky at 38, and then the last stretch you got Georgia's number 2, Texas 7, LSU at 19, Ole Miss 9, and then you got Florida State at 5. So that's a tough stretch. Mostly all your opponents, Miami, UCF, Georgia, Texas, LSU, Ole Miss.
Tennessee is a good team this year, but
Yeah, but I
for
mean,
whatever
I'm
reason,
just
they
going off
find a way
the
to
teams
get
that are
by.
ranked in the top 20 when it comes to difficulty based
I
off.
think Tennessee will be decent, but I don't see them winning more than 8 games.
That's
So
what
I'm
I be
gonna be
saying.
honest with you, I can
Everybody
see you
keep
guys going into the next season in the same fashion that you ended last season with a five game loss stretch.
think so.
Whether or not you probably, I don't know. There's always upsets and stuff happening in college football that you can't explain. So you might even catch a win off of
Can I say something?
Kentucky or Tennessee.
Can I say something? Or can I drop a couple facts on you real
Oh,
quick?
go ahead, go ahead.
And this, to whoever it may concern, these are not absolutes. These are just a couple facts, just in case you people who keep saying, just looking at the numbers on the paper with, oh, they rank like this and this team is a top 25 team. Just so
Right.
you know, Florida is playing what, 7 first-time quarterbacks? Well, first-year quarterbacks this year. Week 1, Miami, that's their first-year quarterback. Week 2, Sanford. We don't even know who the hell their quarterback is. Tennessee, first year quarterback starting that with that 5-star quarterback that they got. UCF with
KJ Jefferson.
KJ Jefferson, even though he's a 8th-year senior or 5th-year senior, I'm just joking. A 5th-year senior, first year in that program, in that system, starting at that. The only teams, and this is going back to what I said, that I know that we're more than likely gonna lose. The teams that we're gonna lose to have veteran presence at the quarterback position. For one, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss. Those are 3 off the jump that you can say whatever you want. You can pump up the Gators and say like, if it was a 5th, whatever. We're not gonna win those games. It would take God Himself coming out there on the football field to help us win those games.
The
Those
only
3
bad
games.
thing about playing these first year quarterbacks, Sam, is you don't have no tape on them.
You're
That's
right.
the only bad
You're
thing.
absolutely right. Well, some of those, not all, because you have film on Cam Ward. You have film. Well, you have a minimum film on whatever Tennessee quarterback name is, Ulalali. I can't pronounce his name. It's
I'm
so
gonna leave you. I'm gonna
yeah,
leave you.
yeah, him. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback because he's new or nothing. I'm just, if you really break down, like you said, and get into the layers of this Florida schedule on paper, yes, this shit is a gauntlet. But if you really get into it, it's a lot of teams in the same boat as Florida. Miami
Nico, I'm
ain't
gonna
some
leave
damn
you.
powerhouse that's just been blowing everybody out and winning 10, 11 games every year, and they just been dominant. They struggling and rebuilding just like Florida. They just fell on the right side of the scoreboard for a couple games. We ain't even go too deep into that. Let's keep it at what it is. Miami ain't some super supreme powerhouse team that's been proven. The teams that's gonna whoop Florida ass are proven teams. Georgia, Texas. You can throw in Ole Miss if you want to go with they're going all out method right now. I give you that, but Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, and I'd argue LSU. Everybody else, that's a winnable game. I didn't say we win, but that's a winnable game. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. Tennessee find a new way to lose to Florida every single year. It don't matter how good that offense is. It don't matter how
When
bad
was the
Florida
last time
defense is.
Tennessee beat y'all?
The year
You
before.
Google it. That's what I'm
The year
saying.
before.
They beat us at what, 2, 3 years ago? They
They
beat
beat
us.
y'all
Matter of
during
fact,
COVID.
they
Oh, they
they
beat
beat
y'all
us
during
with
COVID.
Anthony Richardson. They beat us with Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, the year
And
Okay.
before.
And that was Florida's best game of the season. They, for whatever reason, Florida get up for Tennessee, but that's all I'm saying. I know realistically, Kentucky, that's the 4th or 5th loss, possibly. Again,
But
everybody
Kentucky
else
ain't got
looks a
that running
winnable
back no
game.
more, so y'all good, bro.
You said Ray Davis.
Yeah, they ain't got that running back no more. So y'all
Hey,
right.
they got another one coming in. That's almost a 5-star recruit.
Hey, Ed D talk about Georgia players in the chat when one of his players just was driving 150 miles an hour and ramming into people, running from the police.
All
Correction,
right, so
sir. That
obviously,
player that was driving that fast. Let's put that into context. One, he's a kid from Georgia coming back to Florida to
Oh,
school.
so it depends on where he from, not the
Yeah,
school he played
yeah.
for.
We throwing that card out there. But now on a serious note, though, I was just throwing that out there. He's from Georgia. That's why he was in. That's why he got pulled over in Georgia. He was coming back from uh home to campus.
But he plays football for Florida, right?
No, I'm just throwing
it's
out where
always
he
them
is
Georgia
from.
players. Man. It's always them Georgia players.
That's what I'm.
Got him! Got him!
Hey, maybe he'll hit the portal like ETN did, so he can get a natty, man.
Why is UGA players always connected to crime?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man. But as long as they keep winning, I really don't care.
Oh man,
I don't care what they do off the field.
Georgia always got to be a part of something.
We do, man. We always get mentioned, bro. Our players can like trip over the sidewalk and it be on CNN. Georgia player trips over fire hydrant.
The fact that he came from Georgia too, that
I know, right?
what was he driving?
Not the fact that he played football for Florida. Well, he from Georgia though.
What kind of car he was driving? Don't tell me it was a Scat Pack.
Some car that a Florida collective person gave him.
Oh man, that's tough.
Shout out to the Florida collective though for getting sued.
All right. Oh yeah, there we go. We got Gator Sam back. We lost Slim. Okay, so you there, Sam?
Yeah.
All right, so offensive coordinator Rob Sale, which I think this is just smokes and mirrors right here, because obviously Billy gonna call them plays. Billy gonna call them plays.
I disagree.
You really think he's gonna give it up to Rob Sales? And what's
Sam,
the
you
other
know
guy
he's not
named?
gonna give up play
Isn't it
calling.
Callaway or somebody like that supposed to be his assistant?
He is not gonna give up play calling.
I think he does. I don't think he just completely hands it over. It's more like he'll still have his hand in it.
He gonna let him call plays on third down. Billy gonna call him first and second. He gonna let that other dude call him third. That's all it's gonna be.
I don't think so. I think he just
So-
he's gonna at least. I don't think he's gonna have to do all of that.
So when
He's
it comes
not
to
trying
Rob,
to build it's more to it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all looking at it from the outside in, talking about that. He's gonna call offensive plays. He's going to.
now this is a guy that they're rating as a C+ coach. They're rating him as a C+ coach. So that's what you're pretty much gonna get out of him is pretty much average offense. I don't think Billy's gonna let that happen, especially in this year where he probably get fired.
This offensive coordinator, is this his first year with the program?
They said he's hired in January, so of 2022. So it's somebody that's been on the staff. He just basically got promoted to that spot.
Got promoted from within. I got you.
And then they got another guy that's supposed to be assistant. He's the tight ends coach.
So
Callaway or something like that.
on 4th and inches, they're gonna snap it between the quarterback's legs to the running back. They're gonna be doing stuff like that again.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's what's gonna happen.
Hey, T2L, let me ask you, man. Do you think Mario Cristobal has any like plays in the playbook where the center snaps it between Cam Ward's legs to the running back on 4th and inches? You think that's like a Miami type play?
Nah, I don't think Cristobal is that careless with the football.
I got you.
Yeah, we ain't out there trying to snap it between players' legs, you know. I think that's a Napier new invention.
Hey, BB in the chat say it don't even matter who called the plays.
But Rob is on overall. They gave him a 25, a C plus. Obviously, his passing game is probably better than his rushing. But quarterback wise, experience wise, Graham Mertz is at an A plus. Obviously, played at Wisconsin, played the past season at Florida, so they kind of know what they're getting with him.
You can't say that, man. You can't even. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give the man his credit. Graham Mertz did his thing this year, and he wasn't the reason we lost games.
What do you mean he did his thing? Y'all was 5-7.
That's not. You act like it's all on the quarterback fault.
Y'all were 5-7, Sam. He didn't do his thing.
He did.
Y'all 5-7, and then you lose your best running back to Georgia.
He's gonna get hurt
your best
halfway
defensive
through
end to
anyway.
Ole Miss.
Your best receiver played for the 49ers.
I mean, that's tough.
Okay,
that's tough. You're depending on a freshman wide receiver, now sophomore, to basically be the best kid on your team.
Y'all still got Montrez, right?
You know what? You're absolutely right. I hope the whole college world think just like that. Because y'all gonna get y'all ass whooped thinking that Florida really.
Y'all still got Montrez, Sam. Y'all still got Montrez, right?
You got to think about it. We're fans.
Yeah.
The mentality that a fan take on, players and coaches can't take that on. They got to take every game serious, every team serious. Now, we can look as an overall and overlook y'all on certain things, but they can't. I mean, your backup quarterback, Clay Milne, he ain't got nothing basically going for him. So he played in one game. He was 15 for 24, 116 yards and an interception.
15 for 24 for 116
with an interception.
Bro, you talking about a third string quarterback? What are you talking about backup?
Now, obviously, they got DJ Lagway. He's a true freshman, no experience in college football. We saw him
act like that has never happened.
In the spring. We saw him play in the spring. I don't foresee seeing him against Miami.
What about when the score 45-3?
If we beating y'all 45-3, y'all definitely gonna play him.
Sam, do you want Billy fired? Yes or no?
Nah, because I see what he's doing.
Okay, if y'all get blown out in the swamp, will you want him fired?
By who?
By Miami.
No, he's not. That's not logical. You gotta give me something realistic. You gotta give me something like be real, dog. Like, gotta give me something realistic.
Okay, if y'all start out like 0 or 1-4 or 0-5 or 1-3, will you want him fired?
I'm gonna say this: 1-3, because you gotta take into context who we losing to and how we losing, how it looked. That was the issue last year. That was the issue. Honest to God, that was the issue last year. It wasn't that we lost games. We knew that we was gonna get our ass whooped a lot last year. It was how we lost. It was how we lost to Florida State. It was how we lost to Kentucky. We knew we was gonna get whooped to sleep by Georgia. We knew that. We knew that we wasn't gonna score too many points. We knew that. But it was how we lost to Missouri. It was the games. It wasn't just that we lost. It was how we lost. So you can't sit there and say, well, if you're getting blowed out every game, then yeah, I don't give a damn who you is. That's not gonna work, because that means we're not even competing. That means whatever you were selling is null.
But what if it's like 3-point, 5-point, 7-point losses? What if it's just close losses? You still gonna want
all
there?
Close losses? No, I don't think I'm like, oh, we need to fire him, because again, if we lose by 3 or a touchdown to Georgia, I'm not mad at that. That's the best team in the real shit. Okay. Like, all jokes, but come on now, you laughing, but I'm being honest. That's honest. That's being completely honest. If any team in the country, whoever they is, if they lose by 3 to Georgia, they're a damn good team. Tell me I'm lying. You
speaking the truth. Keep going.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting there just like hyping y'all up, but it's the truth right now.
Yeah, it is the truth.
That's the God honest truth. If you lose to Georgia by a touchdown or a field goal, you was probably not a bad team.
Yeah, we lost. I mean, we beat Ohio State. They lost on the last second field goal. But I don't know, man. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking y'all might start the season 1-3, 1-4. I don't know, maybe 2-3, something like that.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna start, but it's definitely gonna be 0-1.
I got a question. Was Auburn a good team last year? Because Georgia barely beat them.
Slim, you sound real low.
Any better?
There you go. You good?
I said, was Auburn a good team last year? Because Georgia barely beat them.
Yeah, they were a good team.
No, they weren't. They got blown out by New Mexico State. Stop it.
They lost on the last second play to the Gumps, who was in the freaking Final Four.
That's a rivalry game. Get out of here.
So
They
rivalry
barely
game
beat
for
Cal.
Cal.
They barely beat Cal, and they got blown out by New Mexico State. Just because you barely lose to Georgia, don't make you a good
They
team.
lost on
Stop
a
it.
Hail Mary to a team that was in the Final Four. Hey, T2Y, what if y'all lose on a Hail Mary in the swamp?
That'll be devastating.
For real, it hurts.
Losing in the
Hail
swamp,
Mary, y'all lose.
losing in the swamp at all is devastating. Because we supposed to beat them.
Now,
But
I'm
They're
gonna
in
be
the
honest
swamp,
with
and
you.
we already a 2.5-point favorite.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Source. They get blown out in every game. They still not gonna fire Billy. You know why?
Does he have dirt on the athletic coordinator? What is it? How come nobody wants to fire this man? He's 11 and 14.
Listen, the reason they're not gonna fire him because they're still paying Dan Mullen through 2027. They ain't trying to pay 3 coaches at once.
Oh, okay, I got you. So he probably don't care about the because he know he's not gonna get fired.
He got him between a rock and a hard place. He knows he
Yeah,
ain't gonna do nothing.
it's like you have a job and the person that, and your friend knows the boss and he know he not get fired, so he gonna do what he do on the job. He gonna break rules. He gonna talk to people any type of way because he know he not gonna get fired.
Exactly.
They gotta pay Mullen till 2027.
Yep.
That explains it with the Jaden Rashada thing. Then it all makes sense now.
Here's the thing about Mullen. Let's bring Mullen back up because I was listening to Club Shay Shay when Cam Newton, he did his interview. And he was telling us how Dan Mullen and his wife literally tried to sabotage him when he was at Auburn. Basically saying that he took money to go to Auburn, which his daddy ended up having to take the blame for it just so he could still play. But his daddy couldn't come to any of the games anymore. So I didn't know that about Dan Mullen. I didn't know that dude basically lied on Cam Ward like that, allegedly.
Yeah. Well, according to Cam Newton, he didn't steal that laptop in Florida either, even though they found it.
I mean, in the interview, he owned up to all of that. So, I mean, it'd be like that sometimes. But I didn't know that basically Dan Mullen and his wife was the one that basically put the story out there that he took money to go to Auburn because he wanted him to go to Mississippi State so bad.
Yeah, he tried to stab Cam in the back. Yeah, Mullen's a dirty dude, bro.
So it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. But that's enough about Dan Mullen. You know, the Florida Gators, they moved on from Dan.
Recruiting after the season, and when it gets this recruiting time, we can talk about recruiting.
Shout out to Dan Mullen.
Well, hey, it's recruiting season, ain't it?
Oh, man. All right, so let's look at quarterback position. Really, like I said, the only college football experience they have is Graham Mertz and Clay Milton. And Clay Milton is a hilarious stat to think about. This is a guy that's only played one game, 15 for 24, 116 yards with 1 interception, no touchdowns. Now, obviously, they're banking more on, DJ Lagway than they are of Milton, but that's just giving you college football production. He also, oh yeah, I forgot. He ran the ball one time for 3 yards. Can't leave that out. Can't leave that out. Now the running back position, like I said, they broke down everything. You got your starter in Montrell Johnson, 12 games last year, 152 attempts for 817 yards and 5 touchdowns. Also on the receiving end, he was targeted 41 times. He caught 30 of them for 236 yards. So that's what you're getting out of Montreal. The guy Trey Webb last season played in 8 games, 26 attempts, 163, 2 touchdowns, minimum snaps basically. Got targeted 5 times, caught 4 of them for 18 yards. So this is what you're getting out of their running back production. College football production. Obviously, their best running back went to Georgia. All the production that he had went to Georgia. So that's what they're dealing with.
And you got fans mad because he played in the spring game, which is a freaking practice. Can you believe that?
Now what? Now I got a question, Sarge. Since that come up, what's this rumor running around that Kirby ain't gonna suspend him for the Clemson game?
That's a rumor that somebody started online because Clemson fans are scared he's gonna run all over him. So now they're like, oh well, we heard that he's not gonna get suspended. Look.
The rumor is they ain't suspending him for the Clemson game. They're gonna suspend him the next week.
Yeah, it don't matter if he don't even suspend him at all. Why he gotta get suspended?
You talking about ETN?
Yeah.
Wasn't he caught driving drunk?
Hey man, that man got a DUI and he's underage.
Yeah, he got a DUI being underage. Why does he gotta get suspended?
Man, that's the Georgia logic right there.
Yeah, exactly. Why do some of the fan bases care about what we do with our players?
As long as you can run the football, hey man.
Yeah, it's people in their closet with rosary beads praying that he gets suspended. Please suspend him. We can't have Georgia win so much. We're tired of Georgia winning.
We got a comment here. It says a DUI should be a 5-game suspension.
Yeah, that's coming from a Florida State fan.
I mean, at the end of the day, driving while you're drunk, you're not only.
That's coming from a 63-3 victim.
I'm not saying how many games he should be suspended, but if it was a Miami player, I'd say they deserve a suspension just as much.
I don't care what happens to him. Kirby makes the best decision. I don't care if he get a slap on the wrist, if he got to run extra wind sprints. None of that stuff matters, bro. I really don't care.
Kirby's in a year where he's looking for a championship.
And the funny part about this, all these folks that want him suspended, they probably got DUIs. They probably been speeding. They probably been caught speeding. They probably caught in some meth house smoking. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. All these people are like,
nobody care about a speeding ticket. Don't nobody care about it. Everybody gets a speeding ticket. Everybody ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
We got a comment here from a Gator fan, BB. What's good? He said, UF does not tolerate alcoholics. So ETN had to go, laughing my ass.
Yeah,
now,
man.
Okay, so here's the deal. The player that you guys just brought on, he got caught with marijuana. Alcohol, marijuana, still under the influence. So basically, he should be gone, right?
Yeah, this freshman that was driving 150 miles an hour, do you think I care if he gets suspended?
He hit somebody's car, and he was chased by the police, and he did 2 nights in jail. So he should be gone too, right? That's Florida logic. So Kamani McLean should have a scholarship opening right now. He shouldn't be a walk-on right now.
I don't care if other teams' players get suspended or what happens to them. It doesn't matter to me. If they get in trouble, then I just say, hey, why are you talking about Georgia players when your players getting in trouble too? These are kids between 18 and 23. They're going to make mistakes. I really don't care what happens to them if they get in trouble. I really don't care because even if they play or not, when they line up against us, we still go whoop their tail. So I don't care what happens to them. It don't even matter to me.
I don't know. Whooping somebody's tail is a strong term. Y'all didn't whoop a whole lot of folks last year.
Hold on, Slim. We 42-2 in 44 games.
Okay.
We don't whoop everybody tail, Slim.
I made a lot of money last season on Georgia not covering the spread.
Man,
Y'all
I'll
motherfuckers
tell
couldn't
you
cover a spread worth
Okay.
a fuck.
Hey, T2Y. So
we don't care
14-2.
if Georgia's 42-2. What was their last game? That's the only one that matters.
T2Y, we haven't lost a regular season game since COVID, bro.
But what was the score of the last game y'all played? That's the only one that matters.
We lost by 3 points, man. But anyway, we haven't lost a regular season
Wait,
game
your
since
last
COVID.
game weren't no 3-point loss.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. Your last game, you beat a bit by 60.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
that game
about to
don't
say.
count.
He said
No,
that
no,
game
no,
don't
no,
count.
Hey, Slim, that game don't count, man.
He said
Y'all
that
didn't get
game
the
don't count. God damn.
Yeah, so you don't want y'all 60-point victory? That's crazy, Florida State.
Hey, Slim, that game don't count, man. Y'all didn't get the
Hey,
blues, man.
he said they were so depleted he can't even count that shit in the record
You
books.
can't count that game in the record books, man.
Oh
Yeah.
That
god
game
damn.
don't count, bro.
All right, so the Gators think they got their 2 receivers. You could say 3. Based on production, you got Eugene Wilson last year. He had 61 catches for 544, 6 touchdowns. And then you got Elijah Badger, who came in with a bad back from Arizona State. He had 65 catches for 713 yards, 3 touchdowns last year. So those will be their main targets. And the third guy more than likely will be this Dyke guy, Shamar Dyke.
His last name was Dyke.
Yeah. 19 receptions for 328 yards and a touchdown last year. Then they got, Jackson, who played for them last year also with 21 catches for 251 and 1 touchdown. So
they was hoping Ricky Pearsall would come back.
Hey, Ed D in the chat saying Jameis Winston never got a DUI. Just Google all the stupid stuff that James Winston did at Florida State, bro.
I'm not
It's a
saying
laundry
Jameis
list.
Winston got accused of raping a girl. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, and he got
we
caught
don't use the R
somebody
word.
with a BB
We
gun.
don't use the R word on YouTube.
My bad.
And he got caught shooting somebody with a BB gun. And he stole food out of a grocery store.
No, their story on that now is the grocery store gave him those crab legs.
Yeah. They got a brown paper bag with like $5,000 in it. And now they say, oh yeah, we gave it away.
So
He found that on the ground
Hilarious,
behind the store.
Yeah, man, this dude stood up on the table in the middle of the freaking campus, was screaming all type of disgusting stuff. Got caught shooting BB guns. Got caught messing around with a woman. Allegedly assaulted a woman, and stole food out of a grocery store. You on here talking about Trevor Etienne?
Who was that? Was it a defensive lineman that had 7 felonies all dropped to misdemeanors?
What school?
talk about, Buddy said that Publix give players food.
Yeah, man, it's a store wide policy. You know that T2Y, the corporate office at Publix say, "Hey, man, we're gonna just start giving football players food." Oh my god,
That's a good one. Florida tight end, Birmingham. That's gonna be their main guy. He's a redshirt sophomore. Basically, last season had 26 catches for 289 yards with 4 touchdowns, and the other guy, he had 12 catches for 150 with 2 touchdowns. So that's pretty much what they got at tight end. Livingston, another one catch for 4 yards. So safe to say that he'll probably be the third guy.
but Sam said there's no way logical that y'all gonna blow them out in the swamp. That's what Sam said.
If we don't blow them out, as long as we come out with a W, that's it.
Well, and I'm actually kind of with him, just to be perfectly honest. And there's a reason. And I've kept this same logic talking about other teams, so I'd be a hypocrite not to apply it to Miami too. I mean, no matter how good you think Cam Ward or or Damian Martinez or anybody else is, they ain't never played a game in a Miami uniform.
Exactly. That's what I keep trying to tell these freaking Colorado fans, bro.
So quarterback wise, they're great in Florida, a B, basically based off of Graham Mertz. Running back, they're grading them a B plus. The wide receiver, they're graded a B plus. Their tight end is a C plus. And now you go into their offensive line, which they break down overall to be an A minus. The depth is a B. So they basically got they whole offensive line across the board with left tackle, left guard, center, right tackle. And then
Shout out to Kyle Pitts, man. Kyle Pitts, if you listening, man, if you don't get right this year for my Dirty Birds, man, something gonna happen to you, bro. We're not playing games.
You need to give that up. Baker Mayfield, the Bucs own that division.
So Florida's offensive line is projected to be at left tackle Austin Barber, at left guard, Harrison. That's Jake Slaughter, the center. Damian George, he'll be at right guard, and right tackle Brandon Crenshaw Dixon. So that's their offensive line projected.
Shout out to the Lizards, man. I'm praying for y'all this year, man.
Here's my thing with them, and y'all were talking about this a minute ago. I don't. Nobody's ever said lack of talent was a problem in Florida. The problem is that damn fool running the ship down there, and on top of it all, thinking he can be the head coach and the offensive coordinator all at once. And who has that ever worked out for?
Nobody.
Now I want to ask this question because they're grading the defensive coordinator basically an A plus on depth. Now, when you look at his overall, he's a 39. His pass defense is a 35. Run defense is a 46. Pass rush 31 and tackling 31.
Yeah, Carson dropped a 40 burger on him last year.
The scheme that he run is a 3-5. Now, last season, before the season started, I heard him in the press conference, came out, and he did a whole bunch of word salad.
Yeah, he did, man.
Country. I don't know if you remember that shit, what he said.
I remember.
Can you recite it?
I can't recite it, but in a nutshell, we're gonna have multiple defense. We're gonna be doing this and doing that, and blah 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 rudder. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that dude's good for one thing, and that's winning a Jonah Hill lookalike contest.
But he said a lot of fancy stuff and concepts and techniques and stuff, but I mean, going 5-7, man, it really didn't apply.
Now, when you look at Florida's defensive line, they're saying that their starters are a B plus, but the depth is where it really matters because they're giving them an A plus on depth. So they'll definitely have a defensive line, to look forward to or whatever. Caleb Banks, Sapp, Collins, Jackson, the guy that came in from Pennsylvania or whatever, Slackman. So those five more than likely starters, and then you got Justice Boona or whatever his name is. Jack Pyburn, which is defensive lineman / linebacker. Desmond Watson, Cameron James, those guys more than likely backup guys. And you got Jamari Lyons. So those will be the main guys that you watch out for. And then you got LJ McCray, true freshman that they think is going to be playing early.
Where is BB at, man?
Here's the thing: as far as the game to start the season goes with, that's a wash. They may have a good defensive line, but they're projecting Miami to have a top 4 offensive line in the country. So that's strength on strength. That's a washout right there.
Cancel each other out.
Defensive line, that's that. Linebackers, they're projecting their starter to be a B and their depth to be a C plus. Shamar James, Manny Noonery, and TJ Searcy. Those are their main guys. And then you got Derek Wingo, Grayson Howard, and J.R. Moulton. I'm sorry. So those would be their main guys. Obviously, guys like Grayson, he transferred from South Carolina. So their linebackers have got like in the rotation of ones and twos, they got like 3 guys that's transfers. One from Michigan, one from South Carolina, and Houston.
Oh, one from Houston?
Yeah, Manny Nooner.
Houston's defense ranked like 108th last year.
Yeah, Houston's defense was not good. Their strength was their offense.
Yeah, and I got all these Colorado fans like blowing up this D lineman from Houston that play for Colorado. I'm like,
listen, man, hang on. There's only like 3 Colorado fans on the whole internet. The rest of them are Deion stans.
bro, no, it's not, bro. They said they diehard Colorado fans. They said if Deion leave, they still gonna be Colorado fans. I've heard this.
That's what they mouth say.
Man, I'll say it like this, and I don't care who listens. All the black people that say that they Colorado fans, all of them gonna be gone next year.
Hey, BB. Hey, listen to this, Slim. BB in the chat said they gonna steal Kirby away from Georgia and pay him $20 million a year. Hey, Florida, when y'all talk about paying people, y'all credit history is terrible, bro.
This man said that y'all got some 320 credit score type activity down there.
Yeah, man. Don't be talking about stealing and paying somebody.
They're gonna need about 4 co-signers.
Seriously. Seriously.
Oh man.
Don't y'all ever tell a player or a coach that y'all gonna pay them a certain amount. Don't ever do that again.
Now, Florida been telling me how great their secondary is, especially when they're trying to talk about our secondaries. But they're rated their starters are a C+, and their depth is a C+. So average, mid, that's what they think of y'all so-called greatest secondary in the state of Florida that y'all be claiming.
Well, I still see DBU all over Twitter, and they're great, man. It's fun.
So obviously they got Jordan Gustel, they got Jason Marshall, DJ Douglas, Devin Moore. They got a guy that came in transferred from Oregon in Bridges, and then they got a transfer from Washington in Turner, and then Kamani, of course, from Colorado. Which
didn't they have 0 DBs?
They told me now this is Florida fans. They say Kamani's not gonna play.
Kamani couldn't crack the starting lineup at Colorado.
Oh,
Kamani hid in the bathroom. So he didn't have to lift weights.
Hold on, Slim. You got to take that back. He could have cracked the lineup. He just had to do a certain few things that he didn't do.
Okay.
So let me
rephrase it. He didn't start to crack the starting lineup at Colorado.
There you go.
Show up for me on time. What is it? Watch certain amount of film and all that kind of crap.
Show up to practice.
My boy said he did a trifecta of doing none of those.
How you gonna hide in the bathroom so you don't have to lift weights?
Deion said that dude was on the trifecta of fuckery.
Pretty much, bro. But hey, he's a walk on at Florida though, man.
Hey, you know what? And I'll say that there was a bunch of Miami fans talking about should Mario go after him. I'm glad Mario did.
Man.
I don't know. Maybe he can turn things around, man. Kamani, if you listening, man, do better, man.
And listen, we're not even going to talk about special teams because obviously last year's special team, Florida sucked. Florida's last year special team was trash. They not enough men on the field, missing kicking field goals, all that, missing extra points. They trash.
T2I, did you watch their spring game?
Yeah, terrible.
They sent 10 men out there on a punt.
I saw that, and I'm like, dang, DB did not learn nothing.
Hey, that's some Al Golden shit. That's what Al Golden did against Ohio State last year.
In the spring game?
Yeah, that's the only difference. They did it in the spring game. Al Golden did it in a real game.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's talk about Miami. Obviously, we just ran through Florida's, so we're gonna go with Miami now. See how much better than we are than they are. Um, we can
They
start
just
off with the
picked up
offense.
Tyler Barron at defensive end, right?
But Bean,
Yep.
to that point, Dion is not a coach. Dion is a team mom with a whistle.
Who would a goal whistle?
So first game of the season, we got the Gators overall ranked there at 23. And then obviously Fam is at 130. Then you got Ball State at 109. You got USF at 91. So Florida, out of the first four non-con games, they'll be the most difficult, which is not that much. So first four games, Miami could end up 4-0, or if the Gators find some miracle way to win, we might be 1-3.
I mean, 3-1.
3-1, 3-1.
And then you go along the way. The only teams that could give us problem, like I said before, is Louisville and Florida State. Florida State will be ranked overall in difficulty at number 5, and Louisville is at 17. So the Gators aren't even our toughest matchup. It's Florida State and Louisville.
Here's my problem with Florida State. And I do think, just being real, I do think Mike Norvell's a good coach. I'll give him that much credit. But y'all got DJ Ukulele. Y'all was
Facts.
trashing the hell out of this man not
Facts.
2 seasons ago.
Facts. And now he the
Now-
best thing since sliced bread.
Hey, now y'all meat riding the hell out of this man.
Yeah, man. Now he the inventor of peanut butter and jelly. That's the way it is, though, man.
All right, so when you look at our schedule difficulties, it's not that much outside of Florida State and Louisville. Virginia is at a 42. Cal is at 52. Duke is 39. Georgia Tech at a 47. Wake Forest at 132. They're even worse than FAMU. And then you got Syracuse at the end at 50. So overall, our difficulty of schedule is at a 52.
I think somebody you need to keep an eye on, and this is just, I watched them last year, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech won, 5 out of their last 6? Like, they turned it on at the end of the year, and they're returning every starter but one.
Syracuse got a bunch of Georgia players, so look out for them.
Yeah, like I said, these are numbers. It's not the end all be all, but based off just the numbers as of right now, they're ranking Virginia at a 42 when it comes to difficulties. So,
hey, Sarge, I'm kind of with you, but not this year. I think Syracuse can do something, but I think the first year is going to be rough.
Yeah, first year will be rough, but I still think they'll surprise some people because I know 2 of our receivers, a couple of our other players went up there. So I think they'll have some talent. Of course, they're going to have roster holes, but Coach Fran Brown's a good coach, and he's going to take that Georgia culture up there. So be on the lookout for them.
Well, it also depends on whether or not he can transition over to being a head coach. Some folks can, some folks can't.
Yeah.
now quarterback room, when you look at Miami, obviously Cam Ward will be the starter. He's experience-wise A+. Reese Poffenberger, he's an A when it comes to experience. Obviously, put up good numbers last year too. 35. I'm sorry. Let's start with Cam. He was he threw for 3,723 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Reese, on the other hand, 3,600 yards, basically, 36 touchdowns and 13 interceptions.
Hey, T2RB Bean said, does Duke have a advantage over y'all because they got they know the Miami system or whatever?
The Miami system is not the same since Manny been here.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's completely different. I mean, are there any
Red
remaining
Lashley's
players
not here.
left?
Red Lashley's not here, so there's no familiarity with that. And obviously, our defensive coordinator was Manny at the time, which is no longer.
I don't even think there's any Manny players left from when he was the head coach. I think
I
they're all
got
gone
you.
now.
I got you.
Speaking of Shannon, his his style of offense is an air raid. You know, tendencies are basically balanced. They're giving him a B rating, which is better than the Gators. Rushing wise, he's ranked number 5. Overall, though, he's ranked 19. His passing game is like a 33. Obviously, this season, Miami will have a lot more better experience at wide receiver, so some of these numbers going to change. But our third string quarterback, which is Emery, who we saw play last year, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was 44 for 71 for 470 yards in the minimum amount of time he played before he got injured. So, yep, quarterback wise, they got us at a B minus. Now, running back starters, A minus. Depth piece, we're at a B plus. Obviously, Damian Martinez is going to be the starter. Basically, last season he rushed for almost 1,200 yards, had 9 touchdowns over at Oregon State.
How many carries did he have? Like 400, 300?
No, 175.
And he ran for 1,200?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, T2Y, did you see that podcast Mark Fletcher went on?
Yeah, I saw what he said. Now, a lot of the fans are discouraged by it. It's divided. I don't see nothing wrong with what he said because at the end of the day, he was banged up last year. Obviously, the way that running back systems in America has been working for the last, years or so?
At least 10
It's
years.
running back by committee. So you're not going to be the main guy. And especially if you're hurt, you're going to need some help.
Well,
So
he's also kind of dispelling some of those rumors that it may be mid-season before he gets back. He's making it sound like he's going to be back in time to start the season.
He sounded optimistic about it, but who knows? I'm gonna wait and see because, like I said, it's still an injury that's to be determined.
Right. Well, I mean, we still got other guys like Jordan Lyle and others, AJ Allen.
Yeah, we got AJ Allen, Chris Johnson. Those guys been getting them. They like Chris Humphrey. He's a guy that's been showing out in practice also, but no college production, so it's not much to really speak on him.
Yeah.
A guy like Chris Johnson last year, he only had 11 attempts for 73 yards and a touchdown.
Does he have speed like the Titans, Chris Johnson?
Yeah, he's probably faster than him.
What?
And something else they're doing that I like, and I've advocated for this for years. If they're going to do away with the fullback position, look in the spring game. They were lining up a tight end a lot as a fullback.
Oh yeah, don't leave out Elijah Lofton.
Yeah.
Because he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot in that backfield. That's a guy that Mark Fletcher even talked about him on the Momentum podcast.
Yep. And that's somebody that can also, kind of like Mike Allstott back in the day, be a threat, obviously, moving from tight end to catch the ball out of the backfield.
If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, I think Chris Johnson runs a 4.2. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, the speed is definitely there. I could be wrong now. Got to double check. But from memory, I think he runs a 4.2.
And Arian Smith,
that's what I know.
Our wide receiver, Arian Smith, him and Tyreek Hill had the same 100-meter time. Just want to let y'all know.
So that's a fast dude. But overall, the starters for our running back is an A minus, and the depth chart is a B plus. So running back room is pretty good. It didn't start out that way until we got Damian Martinez out of the portal. Because when you look at our running back room, we started off losing people. Don Chaney left, Henry Parrish left. So it was like, dang, we went from having this people to like, oh, what's going on here? But,
well, I had some hope in Trayvon Citizen. That man turned around, made me look like a goddamn fool.
And shout out to
Trayvon transferred to McNeese State.
Andrew Paul
transferred
to Jacksonville State. Shout out to Andrew Paul.
And obviously a guy that's not on not on campus yet in Jordan Lyles, so he'll be there soon.
And we've actually had a pretty good track record since about 2020 of true freshman running backs coming in and having good seasons. Because it started with Don Chaney in 2020.
Now, overall receiving, they saying our starters are a B plus, and our depth is an A, which is also another group that we're better than the Florida Gators in. Xavier Restrepo, obviously, what he did last year, 85 catches for 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Then you got Jacoby George, 13 games played last year, 90 targets on 58 catches, 878 yards, 8 touchdowns. Then we got a guy coming from Houston. He's a transfer. 12 games played, 90 targets, 61 receptions, 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. So all three of our starters, possibly starters, unless Isaiah Horton, challenges Sam for that spot, all of them are 800-plus receivers.
I'm gonna need Jacoby George to show that he's grown up a little bit, because he let that corner in that Rutgers game get under his skin, and he acted a goddamn fool.
So it'd be, Ray, JoJo Trader, true freshman coming in. Nikar, those guys, could possibly make their way up in there. Don't forget, we still got Robbie Washington, Shamar Kerr, Michael Redden. I don't know what to say about him. But, yeah, wide receiving room looking decent. We got some depth. Tight end wise, they didn't really rate the starters, because obviously, from what we thinking, a guy like Cam, he's more of a blocker. A guy like Elijah Arroyo, more than likely will be our starter when it comes to going out to catch passes and stuff like that.
Man, whatever happened to Miami tight ends, bro? Y'all put a bunch of tight ends in the league. What happened?
The main problem, Elijah Arroyo's been injured. He ain't able to stay healthy.
The thing last year, the year before, what's his name? Freaking dude, Gaddis. He didn't really use tight ends as much in his.
No, yeah, Gaddis.
When he did use them, they were dropping the ball. Then last year, when we did use the tight ends, we saw Jaleel Skinner out there dropping passes and shit like that. So more than likely, they used a guy like Cam. He was out there dropping passes too. So it's best to use them to block.
Yeah. Why throw to him if he can't catch it? Yeah.
They weren't catching the ball. When they did get opportunities, they dropped the passes. So hopefully this season, we see tight ends go out there and make more plays than they do. A lot of hype around, Elijah Arroyo and Elijah Lofton.
Because y'all used to be tight end you back in the day, bro.
Elijah Lofton is a red shirt. He's going red shirt. So, as a true freshman.
Well, not even back in the day. I mean, even the past few years, you've had Njoku, then Brevin Jordan.
Yeah.
Now, offensive line-wise, we're giving an A- for starters and a C+ for depth. So left tackle, you got Jalen Rivers. Left guard, they're putting either Samson Okonola or Matthew McCray. I say between, because obviously Samson was hurt last season and all that. So you got a red shirt freshman and a red shirt sophomore. So, either one. They got for center, they got Ryan Rodriguez and they got Zach Carpenter, which I think Carpenter will be the starter. Right guard, you got Inez Cooper. And right tackle, you got Francis Marigoa. Last season was an All-American. So that's our offensive line. And defense overall is an A+ on depth. Guidry, he runs a 4.25. Tackling overall is a 96. So we basically don't be out there missing no tackles or whatever.
Hey, but they still got that donut though. Go figure that.
Now, overall, he's a 34 on all these metrics. So our defensive line, which is a huge improvement. They're saying our starters are A- and our depth is an A+.
Hey, Jason Taylor, man. If you want some more money, man, come on up to Athens, bro. We'll take care of you.
According to Florida fans, Ruben Bain's development had nothing to do with Jason Taylor, which is the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Shout out to Jason Taylor, man. His sister is amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
Enjoy.
That's tough. But Ruben Bain, y'all already seen what he did last year, All-American. Elijah Austin, he's coming from Marshall. Got an injury is very familiar with. You got Barrow. He came from Michigan State recently. He's going to be one of our D tackles. Got it. Had 3 sacks last year. 17 hurry-ups, basically pressure. 19 tackles.
Shout out to Ed D in the chat, still crying about Georgia. Imagine if you take away our players and if we play Georgia and give me a violin and some cheese and wine.
A guy that came from Tennessee recently, also Tyler Barrow. He's just got here. Basically played 12 games last year, 20 tackles, 31 pressures, 6 sacks. Yeah. So that's what we're basically dealing with this defensive line and all the extras. Of course, Mesidor, he's coming off injury last year. You got Marley Cook that came in from Middle Tennessee. Ahmad Moulton, C.J. Clark. Man, it's it's up, man. I'm telling you, it's up this season.
Top 10 defense, T2I?
Could be. I'm telling Florida.
Here's a question, T2I. Is anything less non-win disappointment?
I think 9 should be the floor. I think it should be the floor. 9 wins is the floor.
I agree with that.
Our team defense was ranked 9th last year, and that was our worst defense in 3 years. So hopefully it improves this year.
Now let's talk about freshmen on the defensive line also. Marquise Lightfoot, he's coming in. Cole McConaughey, that's a dude to watch out for. Armando Blunt, of course. Those are true freshmen. Guys that's not even on campus yet. You got Justin Scott, 5-star. Booker Pickett, another 4-star. Artavius Jones, another 4-star. Elias Rudolph, another 4-star. Those guys ain't even made it on campus yet. So our defensive line is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
D-line, Sars, that was y'all's problem last year with the D-line.
Yep, that was our issue, man. We ranked 34th against the run. And then we had for the bowl game, we had Jamon Dumas-Johnson, our starting linebacker, get hurt. And then Smile Monday wasn't available. So we had 2 true freshmen starting at linebacker. And it got ugly.
Now, speaking of linebackers, Francis Maigo, he's coming back. He's a senior. A lot of production there. Wesley Bassett. We also got a transfer out of Louisville in Jalen Elderman. I'm sorry. We got Raul. He's gonna be here. That's Popo. Darius Hayes, which he's a freshman. Basically, stole him from the Florida Gators class. Chase Smith, guy that's improved a lot. Bobby Washington, Malik Bryan, who should take a step forward this year. And Cam Pruitt, obviously a true freshman. And we still got Dalen Russell that hasn't came in yet. So our linebackers, that's a B+, and our depth in linebackers is a B-. So overall, we're still better than the Gators, even at the positions that they're telling us that they're better.
So y'all weakest position on defense is probably linebacker or safety?
Linebacker. And
I think
That's what
linebacker's fine.
I think it could be either one. You can't go wrong with either one because when you look at it's like look at the numbers right in front of you. The linebackers, the starters is a B plus, and the overall is a B minus. With our secondary, it's a B plus, and the overall is an A.
Well, when it comes to secondary, I mean, just to break them down, I think corners are fine. My question is the safety.
Yeah, I'll go safety because when you look at the grade, it's probably more coming from the corners.
Well,
So,
yeah, I mean, you've had who was Porter is on some lists as a top 10 corner in the country this year.
yeah,
And
so
then,
you got Porter, you got Powell, who came from Washington. You got
we saw what he can do. He can play.
you got Hill that came from Marshall. Then you got Amari Brown going into his sophomore season, which you saw him as a true freshman did phenomenal. So we're expecting a step up this year. Jadarius Richard, another one. Isaiah Taylor, he's coming from Arizona, phenomenal. Markeith Williams, who from what I'm hearing, he has put on some weight. He has, been stepping up a lot this spring and everything like that. So I think we should be good. Jaden Harris, another one to talk about. Zaquan Patterson, of course, we've been hearing a lot of buzz about him. He's a true freshman, not no college experience or anything. So, we're not going to dive into that or whatever. Isaiah Thomas, another one that's coming in as a true freshman. Dalen Day coming in as a true freshman. So guys that ain't even made it on campus yet, Ryan Mack and Romanos, whatever, he still haven't made it yet. So we're good. Depth-wise, we're good. Starter-wise, we're a B plus. So when they talking about our secondaries is suspect and all that, nah, it's not. It ain't. It really not. And we don't really want to talk about no kicking or anything like that.
but special teams is part of the game, T2R.
Yeah, but we don't know who's going to return kicks. We don't know who's going to be, returning punts, all that yet. We know what we got in Borgalis as a kicker, field goal kicker and all that. So it's not much to talk about on that end.
Our
Yeah,
freshman
we got
kicker,
him punter because they put in the punter last year for some of those kicks, so he can.
So punter is going to be Joyce. This kid named Joyce. He played 13 games, 43 attempts. Average is 41 and a 0.8. Inside 17 inside the 20. His longest is a 60.
Our freshman kicker missed a kick against the Gumps that would have tied the game.
Hey man, your greatest kicker ever done got booted out of the NFL.
You right about that, man. He got a problem, man.
So I'll say overall, for anybody that tuned in late, overall, we looked at the Florida Gators first, which we could do a rundown right now. I'm going to do a rundown, basically, when we're doing comparisons to them and us. So their quarterback, we're just going to go overall. We're not going to do the starters in depth or whatever. We're just going to do the depth. Their overall is a B. The running back is a C minus. The receiver is an A minus. The tight end is a C. D-line, depth wise, whatever, they got an A plus. Linebacker is C plus. Their secondary is a C plus. Now, when you look at Miami, on the other hand, which why I don't listen to too much of them Gators when they be talking all that craziness. We're a way better team than they are. Our quarterback is a B minus. Running back is a B plus. Receiver is an A. Tight end is a B. D-line is an A plus. Linebacker is a B minus. And our secondary is an A. So we're total overall we're better than y'all. So when y'all go in these spaces and you hear, but who you got in secondary, though? Whatever we got is better than y'all.
Pretty much.
We talking about production. They talking about players by name and
Notoriety.
Basically. That's basically it. We got a better room than y'all in almost every category.
But who did you get out the transfer portal?
Why didn't you get a safety? How many safeties did you get? Who's your safety? That's all they worry about. Who is your safety?
Show us your face, Clayton. We want to see your face.
That's all they worry about.
Yo, what up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, like I said, the link in the chat. Any Gator fan that's watching it, oh no, this is not true. You can click on the link and come tell me how wrong we are, how much better players you got at this position, that position. Y'all secondary this, y'all secondary that. Now I would do the same thing for Florida State. I would bring them up, but at this point, it makes no sense because we played them so far into the season that a lot of this is going to change. There's going to be a lot of injuries. Some guys probably will go from being starters to backups and stuff like that. So this is all going to change. This is as of right now a breakdown. But you know what? We could do it just for Florida State fans, just to make y'all feel like y'all included in something. We could possibly do it for y'all too. So we could get the Gators up out of here since we're obviously better than them. They straight trash. Let's go to Florida State. How about that, Florida State fans?
Shout out to FSU, man. I appreciate it.
We're not gonna completely go through y'all in depth like we did with the Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes. We're just gonna go through y'all based on grades and just straight down graded. So your offensive coach, they're giving him a C. That's Alex, Atkins. He's a C coach. Y'all might think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but he's graded out as a C. Now, schedule-wise, I'm surprised they don't have y'all schedule up like they do from last season. They don't have y'all new schedule up. So they do have your last year's schedule, but they don't have y'all new one up yet. So that'll be probably at the end of this month. They'll update it and they'll have your new scheduling stuff like that. So Florida State will do yours later on down the line because right now they still haven't updated your roster. They haven't updated anything. You've still got players from last year that's being crossed out because they're no longer there.
Wait a minute. You mean Florida State's so irrelevant at this point that they ain't even bothered to update them?
Yeah, they haven't updated them yet. They still, right now, the only quarterback they got on here is Brock Glenn. Obviously, DJ U's there. He's going to be their starter. So it makes no sense to do Florida State's. That's why I didn't pull them up to begin with, Florida State fans. So if y'all want to do the same kind of comparison, we can't even do it until the end of the month.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was something funny I had to tell y'all. I was working with this Gator fan. And we had just got to Alabama from Tennessee. And he was clowning all before we got him. He was clowning. And he was like, man, y'all gonna go ahead, y'all gonna get him? Like trying to be sarcastic. I said, we'll wait to see. Man, bro, when we got him, he didn't know that we had got him like maybe 2 days later. So he ain't been watching TV or nothing. As soon as I let him know that we had him, he's like, who'd y'all get? I said, we got Tyler Burton. Oh, okay. So mind you now, I'm coming out of my plant. The plant ain't running. It's dead quiet. He gets ready to go down to his other side of his plant, and he's just sitting there cussing. Son of a God damn. Thank God. I mean, he had a he had a whole breakdown. That joint was so damn funny. Oh my God. I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it.
You know what's going to be funnier? When Peanut disappear off the internet when Alabama go 8-4.
Oh, I don't even pay attention to Peanut no more. Peanut, I think, is a plant. Peanut is a plant. Miami gonna lose 5 games. Miami gonna do this and all this other kind of stuff. But I don't even pay him no attention. But you know what though, Slim? You know what the funny part is though? He still ain't named no daggone coaches, even from last year.
Does he know who the coach is right now?
I don't even think he know who the mascot is right now. I don't even think he knows the name of the damn stadium right now. Does he know? You know what, Slim? Does he know the name of the coach that came in right before this one?
That's a good
He don't
question.
know. Good question, right? Makes you wonder, huh? I don't know. Makes you wonder, man.
I know these Alabama fans have been a trip during the off season. They think there ain't gonna be no drop off with Nick Saban retiring. None
Well,
whatsoever.
their logic is Kalen DeBoer took Washington to the national championship, so he automatically got to take Alabama.
Hey, you know what? Ed Orgeron made a national championship one time too.
Yeah, that's the Gump logic. Well, we got more talent than Washington, and he took them to the Natty, so we're gonna go to the Natty.
Well, I think that'll keep him from completely falling off the map. Like, there's a little bit of truth to that.
I mean, no doubt he's a good coach, but his past has nothing to do with what he's gonna do at Alabama.
No, not even a little bit. And then that man there, 5 minutes and loses his offensive coordinator?
Exactly.
That man got down there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, said, "Fuck this shit. I'll go to the Seahawks."
They lost their defensive coordinator too.
Oh shit! Hey, you know where they got their defensive coordinator from? Their new one, right?
Yeah.
South Alabama.
Now, speaking of the best quarterback in the state of Florida, in the state of Miami, Cam Ward's birthday today. So happy birthday, Cam!
Yeah, happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to you, Cam.
According to Peanut, Milton is going to win the Heisman with no receiver.
He said who?
Jalen Milroe is going to win the Heisman, but he don't have no receivers. But he's going to win the Heisman.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen he said he gonna win the Heisman. They might win it on the new. He might win it on the new game. You know, because that you can do whatever you want on that.
Unless
If you
he's
lie,
Tim
he'll probably
Tebow.
win. No, I
I
doubt
mean, even
that.
Tim Tebow had Percy Harvin.
Right. Right. But
Well, I say
I
Cam,
just don't see
we'll
how
see.
you win the Heisman and you ain't got nobody to throw the ball to.
Right.
Maybe it's just me, though.
yeah, my boy say Cam a Gemini. I don't really keep up with horoscopes and all that, so I wouldn't even know.
Well, that's something else that's going to disappoint a whole lot of people. It's that new game. There's a whole bunch of folks think that game's going to be something that it ain't.
Yeah.
You said
That
a whole
new
bunch of
game,
people said what now, Smith?
the new
What you say, Smith?
NCAA game.
Yeah. I mean, it took y'all all this long time to make it. It better be right. They say it ain't gonna be no Madden cookie cutout. So
I'll tell you one
It's
thing
just
about it.
we'll
Madden.
see.
It's Madden with college uniforms. That's all it's gonna be.
I'm telling you right
Yeah,
now,
but
there's one thing I can tell you about that game. If you play with LSU, they're gonna suck. So 38 of them players that opt out of being on
yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy.
LSU.
Why would you not want to be in the game?
They want the money, man.
Yeah, I mean, but if you get in the game, you get the money. They pay you for being in it. Not much, but they pay you something.
I mean, his excuse.
They break it down by tiers.
It don't make a whole lot of sense.
I think it's tier 1 through 4. Tier 1 will be your teams that's been winning lately. You know, your Georgias, your Alabamas, and stuff like that. I think from what the numbers that I've seen, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I think those teams get to almost 100,000.
Oh.
And then you got the second tier teams, which is like your Miami, your Florida State, your Gators, your on there. They'll get around, I want to say 59 million. No, not million,
Yep.
thousand.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually paying colleges. So the players will get a share out of that amount of money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Florida State's filing a suit because they're not tier 1.
Right. But Iowa is tier 1. You know what I'm saying? My brother was telling me about that too. But T2Y, yeah, he
They average
said the same thing.
They average it off the last 10 years. So Florida State should not complain because before Mike Norvell won the 10 and the 13 game, I think they was on like a five-year losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
So they shouldn't even have nothing to say about what tier they are. Should be glad they put you in tier 2.
Right.
Not tier 1 or filing a lawsuit. Their feelings are hurt.
Right. It'll be all right though. It'll be all right.
I think that game's going to disappoint a lot of people though, because they're trying to make that game into something it ain't going to be.
Yeah, but see, they was gonna drop it sooner than the date that they said, Slim. But they held it back because it wasn't to the specs that they wanted. Because think about it, if you look at NCAA 14 when it first came out, when back then 10 years ago, and Madden 14, they were two different games, completely two different games. It was more elusive to college. Yeah, it was a little more elusive. They had to separate it. Now, back in the day when we were growing up, they were identical, but they had to change that pattern. You know what I mean?
Some differences. You get some differences in it.
Real quick. I want to see a dead body.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got y'all. Yeah, like that. Hold on. I got y'all. Since y'all want to see a dead body, I got y'all. Now this was from last year, LSU versus Florida game.
Josh Williams, 27, redirect. Goodness. We call that.
Dead man. Let's run that back real quick.
R.I.P.
Dead body. Here you go. Ah! This is the Gators that we will be playing.
We call that a decleater.
One more time.
Josh Williams, 27, redirect.
Third time's the charm, huh? T2Y.
Hey, T2Y. Speaking of LSU, these LSU fans don't want to listen. They think they got something in Blake Baker.
Oh, I forgot he was over there. He's at DC or something?
Yeah, he's the DC. He's the new DC at LSU.
Yeah, LSU.
Oh, okay.
Every defense they had last year, they fired him off.
Oh, I forgot he was over there. Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, well.
They think they got something in Blake Baker. I've tried to tell them. I tried to tell them on Twitter, but they don't want to listen. So find out the hard way.
Let me give
make us all behind, boy. They gonna learn.
The Gator fans a quick update on the one that got away.
Oh Lord.
Oh wow, really?
Shout out to Darius Hayes for choosing the right college.
You know what though?
All said and done, he's gonna be Ray Lewis. Like, watch, you gonna see.
How them folks let Mario go right into Gainesville High School and get Elijah Mendez?
Bro, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing though, and I'm gonna tell you right now. T2Y, you called it when they was at that game. I don't know what game it was, but you called it. You called it. He said you're gonna be a future. I think you said in so many words, like he was gonna be a recruiter that's gonna come to daggone Miami.
You wanna hear what's funny? That was the Georgia Tech game.
Yeah.
Gator fans were so sure that we were gonna get him because he was on IG afterwards. Down on that Gator crap. And they were sending me all kind of all kind of stuff that he just doubled down on his commitment to Florida, and I'm like, well, I've been hearing from the grapevine that my boy got a couple more secret visits, so I'm gonna just start on what I'm saying.
See, the funny thing is, they could double down and say anything that they want to, but at the end of the day, that LOI says something completely different to what university is saying, didn't it?
You know, it's funny. They reporters and they national syndicated guys, the ones that put out their little writing articles and stuff, they were so butthurt because they were like, "Oh, Miami Hurricane fan interviews Adarian says at the game, blah blah blah."
I remember.
I was like, "Oh, look at these bitches trying to be dirty, trying not to put no respect on my name." All right, that's cool.
Of course not.
I remember that.
Hey,
They ain't gonna put no respect on the fact.
I just want to make a public service announcement. I was told that Colorado's going to beat North Dakota 51-0. And
I
they're
want
going
to
to
know
be
with all you Gator
10-2
fans on Twitter, because I know some of y'all is listening. What happened to all them bookmarks y'all had when I was telling y'all that this was the one that's going to hurt the most? This was the one that's going to make Mario the legendary flipper as he is. Where's all those benchmarks? I haven't seen any of them reposted. I ain't seen none of y'all answer. I had to actually go back and answer some of y'all and say, so you're not going to say nothing about this? What happened? My boy Dennis always tell y'all, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Hey, go ahead and blow your load.
Commitments don't mean anything. Shout out to Dylan Rayola.
Go ahead and blow your load early.
Commitments don't mean anything.
When Jaden Rashada finished suing Florida, this is what his hotel gonna look like.
Wow.
Wait, what is this? Well,
That's what he's doing. When Jaden Rashada finished suing Florida, that's what his hotel gonna look like. Man. Hey Siri, play Rihanna, bitch better have my money.
oh.
You ain't right.
Boy, hey Slim, hey Sarge, hey teacher wise like that one person, they got that name, and he just keep twisting and twisting and twisting, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Justice for Rashada, goddammit.
Hashtag justice for Rashada.
Y'all pay that man what y'all want.
If we blowing Florida out, I need Kirby to sub him in, bro.
Now here's a question, and this is conspiracy theory spitballing here. Does Florida have anything to do with that, so they have an excuse to fire Billy with cause and not pay him?
I don't know.
I don't think it's necessarily true. This is not a Florida problem. This is a Billy and the collective problem. But Billy is tied to him. Recruiting gonna get tough when you can't trust them when it comes to NIL, and NIL is a big factor now.
Yeah. For some players, it's the only.
Man, come sign with us, man. We're gonna give you $2 million. Oh, really? Let me see what my boy Rashada had to say about that.
Yeah, I got Rashada's cell phone. Let me hit him up real quick.
Y'all think they tell him the hell no. To the no. You think I should sign with him? Hell to the no.
Yeah, I need Rashada to take some snaps in Jacksonville. I really do though.
Let me show Florida some elite trolling. Since they say that I'm so terrible at trolling, let me show them some elite trolling. So I went and got Ray Davis highlights against Florida, and I decided to turn off all other noise and just play the Florida Gators' favorite song along with it.
Shout out to Ray Davis, man.
Well, I won't back down.
stand my ground. Come on, Florida Gator fans, sing it with us. There ain't no easy way out. Hey, stand my ground.
And I won't
Back down.
Well, I know what's right.
Look at that. Oh, give me them yards.
In a world
Here we go.
that keeps
Ooh, did
on
him.
pushing me around, but I stand my ground.
Straight up the middle. You can't touch me. Come on.
Back down.
Look at that. Look. Oh, my goodness. This defense that we supposed to be scared of. This is a defense that we should be scared of. My goodness. Shout out to Ray Davis.
You ain't even right for that.
Now, speaking of this run defense that we supposed to be scared of, I think Jaden Daniels has entered the chat. If Cam Ward had any kind of performance close to what he did, Jaden Daniels did, man, it's gonna be a tough year. Gator fans, it's gonna be a tough year. I think normally at the end of the third quarter they play that Tom Petty. I don't think they're gonna play it.
Oh, they just gonna skip the Tom Petty this year?
Maybe they'll kind of do something.
They might ask us because we might be beating them so bad. They might ask us, do we have any requests?
Maybe they'll play some Soldier Boy like Auburn did back in the day.
Oh, hell.
Crank that.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I stand my
Look at that. Look at that. Boom.
Won't
We
be
gone.
turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground. And I won't back down. Hey, baby. There ain't no easy way out. Hey, we'll stand my ground. And I won't.
Gators don't make me learn Tom Petty.
Know what's right.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got just one line. In a world that keeps on pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground. And I
Look at number 23. Get put on his butt. Got back up. Sometimes they say you get knocked down, but you get right back up.
there ain't no easy way
There were no real mental. Look at that. Boom.
we'll stand
Boom.
my
This dude's. Hold on. Go back. Go back. Time out.
back
You ever seen somebody fan the air? It must have been a fly out there. Look. Right here. Right here. What's the middle? What's the guy from the fan the air? Watch the guy from the fan the air. Watch.
we'll stand
Right there. Go back. This guy right here. Hold on. Go back just a little bit. You about to see him fan the air. Must have had some flies out there. Watch.
we'll stand
Right here.
my
Right
ground.
there.
And I won't back down.
What's the
With
business?
this young man, making linebackers miss, running away from DBs, forcing bad angles. Jaden Daniels.
Damn, Florida.
Hey, T2, did you see what Jalen Carter did to him?
Nah. Oh,
Jalen Carter.
Trust me, I ain't get the Georgia game yet.
Jalen Carter picked him up off the ground, sacked him, picked him up off the ground, and then put a number one in the air with his other arm. He was holding him with one arm and then put a number one in the air with the other arm.
Man, trust me, I'm gonna get to all of that. I need all this material. This offseason gonna be hell of an offseason. I'm gonna put it all on Twitter.
Hey, Ed D in the chat said Jalen Daniels was not that good. Well, y'all made him look like a freaking Heisman Trophy winner.
Wait, what? He was not that good.
Yeah, that's what Ed D said.
They didn't make him look like a Heisman Trophy winner. He was the Heisman Trophy winner. After that game, it was signed, sealed, and delivered. That man had like 700. Was it like 700 yards against him?
Is Ed D a Florida fan or a Florida State fan?
I don't know. But I'm going to ask everybody the same question that I asked on Twitter. Who do y'all think scored the first touchdown at Gainesville? Who do y'all think going to score the first touchdown at Gainesville? Damon Martinez, Jacoby George, Xavier Strepo, Isaiah Harden, Cam Ward himself, Elijah Arroyo, Mark Fletcher, if he does end up playing, if he's even ready by the beginning of the season. Who do y'all think?
I had to put money on it be X.
Yeah, I went with X myself. So
I got Cam Ward on the quarterback scramble.
Yeah,
I don't know how much scrambling he's going to be doing behind that O-line.
I could see X catching a quick slant or something, or even a fade in one of them corners. So, who do y'all think will score? Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all put it in the comment section.
As Zozuchi said, when Miami loses, it's going to be epic.
Hey, it'll be college football, right? It happens sometimes. What else can you say? It happens sometimes. Nobody saw Florida State beating LSU last year. It happens sometimes.
You know, that is a very, very good point.
Man, sorry, Florida State, but they didn't think y'all was important enough to even update y'all depth chart. So that's tough.
Wait. Zozuchi says Florida has the best running back in Florida. Who is
What?
this running back we talking about?
You talking about stumbling? Oh God! You know what? Let me stop. He trying to talk about Montel Johnson.
Flag on the play.
Cap.
He wasn't even better than ETN.
Well, he don't even believe that. He typed it in the comment section, but he don't even believe that.
I don't want ETN to get suspended at all, just to make y'all mad. Just so y'all be mad. I hope he scored like 10 touchdowns in the first two games so people can cry.
He worked for 817 yards last year. We ain't worrying about that dude.
Yeah, I hope he scored 10 touchdowns against Clemson so people can cry.
Nah, I'll share this with you. Some of the things that the Florida Gator fans were saying. This is what they were saying after they found out that, you know, their new true freshman or whatever that got that 150 mile per hour police chase / 2 nights in jail / marijuana charge. So we got criminals on the team again. Oh, we are so back. Then they got Kid he flipped to Georgia.
He flipped to Georgia, didn't even know it.
Damn. And then they say, if he's still fat, kick him off the team. They said if the kid's still fat, just kick him off the team. Well, that's tough. That's brutal.
Hey, does Florida still have that 500-pound offensive lineman?
21 Savage.
Yep, they do. Real goons get away. Get this fat ass off my team. They say real goons get away. and get this fat off the team. Oh my God.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up.
Y'all lizards, bro. Y'all lizards off the chain, bro.
That's Florida fans for you. Always keeping it classy.
2008 was a long time ago, bro.
Man.
Hey, I'll give them this much credit. I don't know why, but they do seem to be Tennessee's kryptonite.
Yeah, they always beat Tennessee for some reason. Don't know why.
Hey, that boy was doing 150. Somebody said SEC speed, baby.
Wow.
Oh my God. You gotta love them. You gotta love them, baby lizards. They sure are entertaining in the off season. Man.
Oh yeah, they'll keep you from being bored in the off season.
Man. I'm telling you, David. I mean, Damian Martinez, Mark Fletcher, AJ, all of y'all. One of y'all, I could see y'all doing this on the Florida Gators. I could see it right now.
The blitz throws into it. They get a big first down.
First and goal, wide open and screen for the Arkansas.
One of our running back gonna do that. I could see it happening.
Shout out to Arkansas too, man.
Yeah, one more time. Oh yeah, by the way, this game was at 12 o'clock noon in black jerseys.
The blitz throws into it. They get a big first down.
First and goal, wide open and screen for the Arkansas touchdown.
You don't get no wide open than that. I could see one of our running backs doing that.
They lost in the swamp to Arkansas. Is this true?
But wasn't that that defense that was gonna be multi-dimensional? We the only one that gonna do that. Wasn't that what their defensive coordinator was promising last year?
Yeah, we're gonna run a 3-3, a 3-4, a 4-3 multiple, and all that other stuff he was saying.
We're the only team that can do this. No other team is as good as talented that can do this. A bunch of word salad.
Yeah, a bunch of rudder.
Gotta love it. That offensive line that they talking about that was so promising. This was Graham Mertz throughout the whole year, basically.
He's going to have to come out for this big third down. That was a big hit right in the midsection for Graham Mertz. Come out of the...
That was all season. And I hate to say it, Graham Mertz, but it's going to be deja vu all over again.
Where is BB, man? Where's BB?
He probably on Twitter. BB probably on Twitter.
BB don't rock with us no more, huh?
Nah, the Gators fans, they've been doing spaces lately.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Doing a lot of spaces lately.
I got you.
Yeah, they don't want to fuck around if they can.
Y'all tell me, am I losing my mind? Florida State fans, y'all get to participate now. Am I losing my mind on this one? But I think their season could go like this. They'll win the first 4 games. They'll lose the SMU in Dallas. They're going to lose versus Clemson. They'll beat Duke, lose to Miami. They're going to beat North Carolina, lose at Notre Dame, and then finish with 2 wins versus Charleston and then Florida. I really think Florida State going to lose to SMU. I really think they're going to lose to them.
SMU?
I think they're going to lose to SMU.
What?
I think they're going to lose to Clemson also. In Miami and Notre Dame. I got Florida State going. I got them going 8-4 or 9-3. That's what I got for them. If they beat SMU, I'm wrong about that, and they'll lose to Clemson, Miami, and Notre Dame.
I don't know. Their whole program might be destroyed because TCU had a terrible year last year. After what we did to them in the national championship, they was horrible. They even lost to Colorado.
I think Florida State going to lose legitimately 3 games, possible 4.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Clemson's going to be worse than Florida State.
I think the way that Florida State went into the portal this year, they haven't done what they've done in the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, but Clemson hadn't gone in the portal at all.
Yeah, but Clemson also got players that's been in their system the whole time, that's been developed and all that.
Hey, man, what did Dabo say? I took 22 transfers out of high school.
So, hey, it be like that. It be like that. Now, shout out to Dabo, though. I mean, his approach right now is different, but he does know what he got, and he does know that they were developed there. So, you know, his high school kids can trust him. You know, they're not going to have to worry about, you know, guys coming in from the portal and possibly, you know, taking their snaps. Yeah.
Well, no, they ain't got to worry about that. They just got to worry about, well, Dabo ain't never really recruited an O-line. He seems to have forgotten how to recruit a good quarterback. And they ain't had really any wide receivers worth talking about since 2020.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Okay.
I mean, shit, did Ohio State break Dabo Swinney and Clemson?
I got another one for you, Slim. Which one of our receivers can y'all actually see doing this against Florida?
So we get separation, and then they go right to
Jacoby
Keaton,
George.
who had the big play last year in this game, a turning point touchdown.
Jacoby George, Ed, JoJo, Isaiah Ford.
Get separation, and then they go right to Keaton, who had the big play last year in this game, a turning point.
Well, you're probably right. I could probably do that against him, too.
My big ass self. Good.
Touchdown, get separation, and then they go right to Keaton, who had the big play last year in this game, a turning point touchdown.
Probably my daughter. I don't know. Good little flexible people though.
We got quite a few receivers that can do that and will do that. I see the Florida State fans, they heated about their little 4 losses.
TCU last year after we blew them out. They went 5-7 after that.
Man, Zozuki, you can name all y'all transfers all you want. None of them ain't got no proven production. Like the ones that y'all took before, that was damn near number 1 and number 2s and all that. This year, y'all got a bunch of unproven.
Yeah, just like Colorado with their 45 new players.
Y'all ain't got no proven
production. 11-1, making the playoffs.
Y'all little potential players. Chris, you sound like you got a whole. I don't know what they're doing, like a horror.
He got a dinosaur in the background, Chris.
Yeah. Oh, hold on real quick. Let me go over here. That damn whistle name came on in the pen. I thought I got it far away from it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me know if this helps. That helps?
Yeah, I don't hear it no more.
It's like,
yeah.
It sound like a pterodactyl in the back.
For real.
Yeah, that daggone plant came on and all that. We down right now, but I don't know why it's on. But anyway, people do stupid shit. But anyway, go ahead, y'all.
Now the next clip I'm about to play is the real one that got Florida fans real mad.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted this little clip because I was watching that game. So I was like, you know what, let me screen record this. Now, obviously, the play resulted in a touchdown for Florida, but that wasn't my main focus. My main focus was my guy that transferred from Tennessee, putting Graham Mertz in the dirt, having his ass on the floor dizzy. Now, they want to talk about, he bit on the play. No, I want you, if you watch the play entirely, it wasn't his fault. But anyway, here it is.
baiting this defense, looking left, and at the last second gets it out to Johnson. We've been talking a lot about baiting this defense.
Okay, so this, like I said, the play resulted in a touchdown.
It's a screenplay. Yeah.
Now, my guy's in there, right? You can see him on number 9. But you need to pay attention to 41. He's the one that should have picked that up. He should have picked up that running back.
Defense looking left.
See, he 9 is already there.
Right.
He should have picked up that running back instead of following behind 9 because it makes no sense.
That would have been a pick 6 off rip.
Now, play result.
And at the last second gets it out.
Johnson catches it. The play's not even over yet. This should have been a busted play. So give me a second. Let me get you guys the finishing product, basically the play entirely. But Florida fans are so focused on that this play was a touchdown, blah, 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 which they baited into everything that I wanted because they end up giving that tweet almost 300,000 views.
300,000?
They were so busy trying to tell me, oh, that was a touchdown. You a troll for that, you stupid. They were like, oh, play the entire play. Play the entire play. I'm like, yeah, okay.
The only thing they care about is the positive if it's a positive end result. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at all the damage that happened in order for that to happen. You know, they ain't looking at it like that.
Is Mertz gonna get replaced by Lagway this year?
That's a good one.
That is a good question.
I mean, Florida fans on Twitter have told me that DJ Lagway is going to play in every game.
No, okay.
So, and wait, this might sound like a crazy question. Ain't he a freshman?
Oh, yeah.
So he gonna play in every game. So that means all 12 games. So no red shirt.
No, he ain't gonna red shirt. That's according to Florida fans.
According to Florida fans, he's better than Mertz.
Well, no, Mertz is gonna play. They're gonna according to them, they're gonna have special packages for him like they had for Tebow when Chris Lee was starting quarterback.
Okay. So yeah, special packages and stuff like that. Probably like probably split duties or something like that. If that upholds, we'll see. I wonder who's gonna start on the 31st of August. That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know.
Now they quote tweeted this thing over 101 times. I'm trying to find the one where they played here we go. So here we go. Now this is the entire play. This right here is the entire play.
Total the play.
So obviously Graham Mertz eat dirt. The number 44, like I said, should have stuck with the running back, but he went in also. Now it's not even over there. Now look at this guy right here. Look at the line of scrimmages right here now. This is a busted play if he makes the tackle.
Right.
This is a busted play if he makes the tackle. He's going to lose about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just say he gets right there. About 6 yards, 7 yards 5 yards if he get tackled about right there. Or even go to 4 if he get tackled somewhere in here. But here's go.
Johnson had a long way to
go. Missed the tackle. So what was supposed to be a busted play turns into a touchdown.
Trips the tackle, still running, makes a cut, and scores!
Oh, they acted like it was a 90-yard touchdown. That wasn't even a long touchdown. How many yards?
What I'm saying is, when you watch number 44,
total the play.
He was on the edge. When he see that my guy here is basically already at the quarterback, football IQ would say, hey, man, let me stick to the running back that's running right there in front of me. Let me go with him instead. Obviously, my boy's going to take care of the quarterback.
Right.
See, he run right by. Now he's going to make that U-turn. Y'all know
Yeah,
he missed his exit. Now he got to make the U-turn.
he was completely out of position for that.
Guy here who could have been the hero. This man could have put on his cape and went to the sideline. Right there. That's where the play should have ended. Right there.
Johnson, and a long way to go. Slips the tackle.
And on to the touchdown. Like my guy Coach 30 said, the moment was too big for you. You pissed down your leg.
Piss down your leg.
So Florida fans, thank y'all for proving the obvious. Oh, this play turned into a touchdown. No shit, Sherlock. But it goes back to what I said. Did my guy not, or did he not make Graham Mertz eat dirt?
Yeah, he did.
Had 44 did his job. Football IQ. This play had the other guy tackled. This play doesn't result in a touchdown.
It would have been a pick six the other way for Tennessee.
44 missed out on his opportunity. But my guy did exactly what I said he did in that tweet. Made Graham Mertz dizzy. That's tough. So obviously, coming in this season, Graham Mertz, deja vu. Without the goddamn touchdown.
Yeah.
But they thought they had something on that tweet. Oh, you know that tweet. You know that was a touchdown.
I think Billy gets fired in Jacksonville. I think it'll be 35-0 at halftime. They're gonna just slide that pink slip under the door. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, hey, your services are no longer needed.
Now, if that happens, if that does happen, because Florida does have a tough schedule, who do they bring in?
They're gonna have an interim coach, and then they'll bring in some defensive coordinator from another school.
Who can they afford to bring in? Because they're still paying Dan Mullen. You still got to buy out Billy, and then you have to pay whoever the hell you're gonna hire.
Like I said, they'll bring in some defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but if they do, in order for them to afford him, they're gonna have to be from a small school because ain't no big time defensive coordinator gonna come over there for no penny.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if they'll go after a defensive coordinator. To me, there's two options. To me, you absolutely either have to go after Lane Kiffin or Jim Fish.
Or maybe Chip Kelly from Ohio State.
And
what about Jimbo?
Chip Kelly's washed as a head coach. I'm not even sure if Chip Kelly's still a good offensive coordinator. Everybody's kind of figured him out.
Yeah.
What about Jimbo Fisher?
They want Jimbo Fisher.
No, they want Prime.
Nah, they want Jimbo Fisher. I've been hearing.
No, T2. They want Coach Prime. They want the cameras and the lights and the clicks.
I'm telling you now, they want Jimbo Fisher.
They want the Instagram on the back of their jerseys. Yeah, Florida fans will eat all that stuff up.
I done heard it out of somebody's mouths that they want Jimbo Fisher.
Florida fans will eat all that Coach Prime attention up, bro. They would love that.
I ain't gonna go no farther than daggone Ocala because ain't nothing in Gainesville. With the stadium. What's in Gainesville? What a swamp.
Oh, we're gonna get recruits now. We're gonna get all these people to transfer portal. Coach Prime gonna take us from 5 wins to 6 wins.
Boy, sorry, boy, you can do that. Well, yeah, sorry, but y'all, well,
bro, they celebrating him for taking Colorado from 1 win to 4 wins.
Yeah, Colorado still ain't gonna make a bowl game this year.
Yeah, but see, that was a little different though, man. Sorry, because Colorado been down for how many years now?
Florida been down for how many years? Florida been down for 16 years.
Well, I mean, didn't they go to an SEC championship year in what, in
2020? Yeah, in 2020.
Yeah, I mean they had a pretty good team. It just wasn't a consistent. You know what
Imagine
I'm
not
saying? Because
winning
they
that.
lost a lot of people.
I mean, you almost won back to back, and then you don't win nothing for 16 years. Well, their fans is being tortured right now.
Well, but you another one, Sarge. Got that dagger. You just gonna go ahead and
Bro, I'm telling you,
easy
bro. If Coach Prime went to Florida, bro, them people roll out the red carpet for him, man.
Now, ACC baseball tournament going on right now. Quick update. Wake Forest is playing Florida State right now. Wake Forest is up 3-0. They're at the bottom of the second.
Demon Deacons.
Miami takes on Duke later on today at 5 o'clock. So
That's one
whoever wins out of Florida State and Wake, they'll play Miami or Duke.
We got Colorado fans out here saying Coach Prime is the best coach in the nation.
That'll be for the baseball ACC championship.
Okay.
So as long as we beat Duke today, we'll play for the ACC championship in baseball. If we beat Duke.
Okay.
Eddie, you and the rest of y'all FSU
Here's a
fans.
scenario that I would love. I would love for Florida State to actually beat Wake Forest and us beat Duke, and then we play them and beat their ass in the ACC championship. That's what I would want.
Eddie, you and the rest of y'all Florida State fans, y'all can't say nothing about Georgia no more. Matter of fact, you can't even wear Florida State colors in Georgia no more. It's a state law now. We just passed a state law. You can't wear the garnet and gold in the state of Georgia no more.
Yeah. Sorry. I know I'm gonna be petty for this one, but he said that. What did he say? He said Georgia went 40 wins and
He trying to say we went 40 years without winning nothing when his program
but
went 91 years without winning.
I was about to say, didn't they go like 91 years before they won anything? But I'm gonna let you go ahead.
They went 91 years without a national championship.
It's tough. It's tough, man. Just saying. I mean, it's true, but I mean, they don't want to come.
You know, they were a girls' school for like 5 years, and you know, if it don't go FSU's way, like if something makes them look negative, then it doesn't count, according to these FSU fans. You know, that's the way they are. If it doesn't favor us, then it never existed at all.
See, the FSU fans that I talk to, that I work with, they're more like how Sam is with the Gators. You know, more realistic, more, you know what I'm saying? And even like baby, they're more realistic with certain stuff like that. They're not like, oh well, you know, even though we had a 4 years of a five of losing season and stuff, oh no, that don't count. You know, or we beat Miami 7 times in a row. Ain't nobody saying anything about that. Who cares? You're still down. Florida, man, we're gonna beat Miami like we did last time. Shut up, you're down. You took us off the schedule because y'all got scared of getting your asses whooped.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, we are the only school. Let me repeat that. Only school in the state of Florida that has beaten every single team in the state of Florida and still hold the lead of every single rivalry in Florida. Can anybody else say that in the state of Florida?
10 games on the Gators. We up 10 games on them.
Right. But see, nobody talks about that. Nobody wants to say anything like that. But sometimes you just have to remind them.
If Arkansas could beat them in the swamp, then y'all definitely can.
Bro, they beat them fools in the swamp. 12 high noon with them black jerseys on.
With them black jerseys on. Whose idea was that?
Hey man, whose idea was it to wear black jerseys for a noon kickoff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. Whose dumb idea was that?
That makes as much sense as wiping before you poop.
That sounds like the stuff I did in the Marine Corps now.
Lil Zushi said I had not heard of a Georgia fan until 2020.
Well, yeah, you heard of us in the national championship in 2017, 2018. I know you heard of Kirby Smart. He's the highest paid coach in college football right now.
Yeah, he had like 13.5 or something.
As a matter of fact, Kirby Smart has the most NFL draft picks since what in his first 8 years or 9 years out of any coach in college football history. I mean, you can Google
Now, in other negative Florida news,
that.
the 2008 Florida champions or whatever, of the 121 players, 41 has been arrested.
Damn.
Are you serious?
Allegedly. I'm just reading what I see right now. It said 41 has been arrested.
Wow.
That 2018. Yeah, that's tough.
Quentin says, "Have you ever won the ACC?" No, actually, we haven't. But I mean, congratulations on winning 16 ACC
Hey,
championships,
guess
but
what?
not making it to the national championship. And also, congratulations for losing 63-3 and making history for having 16
Nah,
ACC
bro.
championships.
No, you got it wrong,
Also
man.
being
They unconquered. They
also
unconquered, man. They put
they,
13
they,
and 0 on their championship
they
ring.
are. Yeah, they are unconquered. I was getting to that, Sarge. Congratulations on being unconquered of 13-0 with that no blood in you. You know what I'm saying? And also, congratulations on being the only 13-0 team in history of ever being left out of the playoffs. And also the 13-0 team being left out of the playoffs, going to an Orange Bowl game and having all of your players sit
No,
out
no.
while you get your asses whipped 63 to
You
3.
got to remember that
So
game didn't count, man. That game didn't count.
counts in the record books.
Me, T2Y and Slim already talked about this, man. That game didn't count because their
That's what
players,
they say.
yeah, their players decided not to play, so it don't count.
Mm. Now they got who the fuck is who
Hey,
the
and
fuck wants to go to
we ain't won the
Georgia?
ACC. We've been
Wow.
in the ACC 20 years. We ain't won it. But yet somehow we still got more conference titles than Florida.
How does
But nobody counts
conference
that though.
championship even matter now? Like, it doesn't matter. It's a 12-team playoff. You can have a team with
Now,
3 losses and no conference championship win it all.
right. See, now it's going to be different. Now it's going to be different. See, before when it was just a 4 team, that's when it was
I
really,
I don't know if you're
you
gonna get
know.
a 3-loss team in there. I don't know if that's
But
gonna
I
happen.
don't know. You get a 2 barely, and they're going to
You
fine tooth
can have
comb
three
that joke.
losses and win your conference, right?
Uh, well, now I think it might be a little more lenient because it is a 12 team playoff.
Yeah, it's a 12-team
So
playoff.
it all depends on. But see, the thing is that just because it's a 12 team playoff, don't mean they won't fine tooth comb it either. Because what about if you got a 10-2 team or another 9-3 team that's in the playoff, but they're going for that last spot. Now they're going to fine tooth comb everything from their schedule, how they beat players, not because they won, but how they won. Take note,
Well,
Florida State. How they
here's what
won.
I think you're gonna get some 10-win teams left out. And here's why.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because
you
you could
might.
very well, because they did away with divisions, you could legitimately have 3 or 4 10-win teams in the SEC.
Mhm. You could.
But just say for the sake of argument that Notre Dame's sitting there at 10 wins, they're going to put them above a 10-win SEC team.
Right, right.
See, my problem with that is that they keep putting Notre Dame in these playoffs, but they're not part of no kind of conference. But then when they get into the playoffs and everything else, they crap the bed.
You got
I
at-large
agree with you.
bids.
Well, no, not really. Well, I mean, yeah, you do, but my point is, we've all seen the committee do it already with Notre Dame. None of us like it, but they're going to put them in.
Yeah.
If they do their
We see
part,
what happened
and
last time they got in and they played Alabama and got destroyed.
exactly, they got to be
That's
damn
happened
near
to Notre
flawless.
Dame my whole life. They get
Right.
to any game that means something in the month of January, and they lose.
They get blown out.
Exactly. But see, they gotta be with them being independent, they gotta be damn near flawless. They have to be not damn near, they have to be flawless. They gotta be a 12-0 team for them to even be justified for them to even be in the
Hey,
playoffs. This
Slim,
is when it was,
No,
you know what I'm
no.
saying?
Go back to 2017. a 2-loss Notre Dame was still in the top 10.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, they had to be damn near flawless, but they were a top 10 team. They were. They
Hey,
were.
hey
And
Slim,
they
T2Y,
did
man.
they didn't win
Ask
no
your
rap.
coach if y'all can. Ask your coach if y'all can show up in camouflage before the game, before y'all play Florida, man. Walk into the swamp in some camouflage.
So you want us to lose,
Get
huh,
some old,
Todd?
get some BDUs from back in the day.
Yeah, get some BDUs from back in the day, man. Y'all
Uncle
got the,
Sarge want us
y'all
to
definitely got the money.
lose. Sarge want
Hey,
us to lose,
Sarge,
boy.
I'm about to say they lost when they did that, Sarge.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sarge know that. He tried to be funny. That's why I said you wanted to lose, huh, Sarge? You don't give a damn about us, huh?
Nah, man. I actually want y'all to. I want y'all to beat Florida, but I don't want y'all to blow them out, so that way Napier can stay.
Well, like I told you when I first come on here, I think Napier's stuck there anyway.
All right.
Yeah. I didn't know that situation with Mullen, man,
Oh
till
yeah,
Yeah.
2027.
Oh
I
yeah.
had
paying
no
him.
idea.
Now they may want to get rid of them, but look at it from a financial perspective. Who wants to be paying 3 coaches at once?
Yeah, don't
Right.
nobody.
And, right. They may want to get rid of him, like you said, Slim, but they just can't afford to.
Mullen get money from Florida, and he getting his broadcaster money.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He double
Yeah,
dipping
that's
on
why. And they can always get Jimbo. They can always get Jimbo.
it. But if they get
Let
Jimbo,
me.
it's gonna be a train wreck down there.
Yeah, I know. Mhm.
Now
Cause
Jimbo ain't going nowhere. That man finna take his $70 million and sit his ass on the
they're
beach.
recruiting at Florida is done for the next 5 years at least.
It depends on who they hire.
I think they lose Lagway to the Florida next year.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, yeah, that'll be a backbreaker.
Now you want to talk about folks losing players to the portal? All I've heard out of Ohio State fans all off season is if Ryan Day doesn't win a national title, he's
He
gone.
gonna get fired. But they tired of losing to Michigan, man. They done lost it in 3 years in a row, man.
How the hell
They
you gonna
tired of
fire a
it.
coach that ain't never won less than 11 games?
But they don't care, bro.
Right.
I hope
They
you're that
haven't
stupid.
they haven't won the daddy. They haven't beat Michigan, bro. They tired of it, man. They came close. If they make that field goal against us, they beat TCU. They get their national championship. But your boy Noah Ruggles said, "No, I'm not gonna let that happen."
Man, Wake Forest, y'all baseball team is terrible. Y'all were just up 3-0. Now it's 3-3 in the bottom of the
Somebody
second.
hit a home run. Somebody hit a home run to tie it up.
I can't say we
Nah,
can't.
no home runs.
T2I, we really can't say shit. Fucking Miami was below 500 this year.
Listen, man, that's different.
Yeah.
Now, see, there's your question. How much longer do they give Gino DeMar? Because bro hadn't been cutting it since he took it. Now, I get it. You're following a Hall of Fame coach, and that's not an easy thing to do. But
Just like Kalen DeBoer down in Alabama.
it sounds kind of familiar, don't it?
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Oh, it's 2 p.m. What's his name supposed to make his commitment today? The cornerback, Mark Zachary, he's supposed to make his commitment. It's either Michigan, Florida, Notre Dame, or Cincinnati.
Mm.
He's supposed to make his commitment live on YouTube. Let's see. Let me go over there and see.
Georgia baseball top 10, best player in the nation.
Y'all pitcher got caught cheating. I don't want to hear nothing out of you.
Man, every pitcher cheats, man. Come on,
They
now.
got that man on camera with a foreign substance on his glove.
Man, every pitcher does that, Slim. Come on now.
Not every pitcher.
Yeah, they
Shameful.
do, bro.
Shameful.
They trying to get their spin rate higher. Every pitcher does that, bro.
Hmm.
Even the pro pitchers do it. Even the professional pitchers do it. They got all type of sunscreen, Vaseline, all type of little tricks up their sleeve to try to get an edge throwing that ball.
I mean, that's just straight shameful. We'd never do nothing like that at the University of Miami.
Yeah, right. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so this guy, corner, hold on, they're playing his highlights right now.
Was he on 247?
No, 0-3. So obviously we don't need the background music. So their production is supposed to start in like, say, 10 seconds.
3-star, 4-star, 5-star. What's his rank?
He's a 4-star corner. It's right there on the screen.
Okay.
All right. So here you go, your boy Josh.
Shout out to R3, big names are coming off the board. We're here for another live commitment. Excited about this one. It's a big one. A top 100 prospect will be committing right here with us live. But before we get into it, make sure you guys are locked in and hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. All right, today's commitment is brought to you by Inhale Water. Super oxygenated water. Get hydrated with Inhale. Where we here for today? It's Mark Zachary. Zachary's a 4-star cornerback from Indianapolis, Indiana. He goes 6 foot, 155 pounds, the number 10 ranked corner in the country, and the 89th best player overall. He attends Ben Davis High School and holds a ton of offers. But Zachary has narrowed his list down to 4. They are Florida, Cincinnati, Michigan, and Notre Dame. After getting on the road, taking visits this spring, the number 2 ranked player in the state of Indiana is ready to announce his decision. I'm excited to host this one, but first let's put on the film. Mark Zachary, the first thing I think of here, instincts and the ability to read the quarterback, a very important characteristic for a lockdown corner. Zachary can thrive in man or zone system and just has a nose for the ball. Watch, he's always in position to make a play. When it comes his way, Zachary finds a way to finish, whether it's dropping into coverage, playing at the line, making an impact on special teams. Zachary finds a way to help his team. It's easy to see why he's not just one of the best prospects in the country, but he is going to commit live with us here in just a moment. Now, let's take a look at Zachary's social handles. Remember, give him a follow as his career is just about to take off. There they are. Smash follow. All right. I think we are ready to go to Indianapolis, where we have Mark Zachary and his family standing by. There he is. Mark, how are you feeling? Today's your big day. What are your emotions like right now?
I'm feeling great. A little nervous this morning, but knowing I have a great support system behind me, I was coming in with the right mindset and ready to get it done.
Absolutely. All right, we see your finalists. They are Notre Dame, Michigan, Florida, and Cincinnati. What was it about these teams that made your final list?
Just them giving me the ability to play in their system. I feel like I would fit great at these schools. And then me developing as a player there, I feel like I would be great at all 4 of these schools. So that's why they're in my top 4.
Yeah, some great options. And now time for the big moment. Mark, say your thank yous, anything you want to let us know, and then tell us where you will be attending college.
First, I would like to thank God, obviously, for putting me in the position I am in today. I wouldn't be anywhere without them, so I thank him. I would like to thank my dad and my mom. They've been my biggest support and making countless sacrifices for me and my sister and my brother. I'd like to thank Jordan, Maya, my sister and brother, for coming to every game, whether they like it or not. The support that we have for each other is unmatched. We do everything together, so I appreciate them. I'll also like to thank all the coaches that have recruited me along this way. This process has been hard, but it's been something I've been dreaming of, and I didn't think I would be in this position ever. So I appreciate them and believing in me. I'd like to thank my support system. If you can see right now, it's crazy. I wouldn't even think that there's this many people that support me and come out for me. The coaches that have brought me up from the Teague, the Gardens, the Vikings at Pike, I appreciate them and giving me my great ability to play the sport that I love. I would like to thank the factory where I am now, the part of the Teague organization that gave me the opportunity to use this space. And then I would like to thank my angels in heaven that have been looking over me since I was started this journey. And they put everything into me, and you can see on the field and on the court that it's paid off and they spent their time with me. That being said, I will be taking my talents to
There it is. It's Notre Dame. Mark, when did you
What I say?
know
I told y'all.
that Notre Dame would be the best fit for you?
I kind of knew early. It was something that I
Billy
felt
got stuff
when I
in the
got there.
lockers.
Me being an Ohio State fan growing up, when I went to the game against Ohio State, you would have never thought I was an Ohio State fan in my life. If these people were there with me, they would know that there was no other school that I would be going to. And then taking the other visits this spring, just knowing, going back up there, they made a special visit for me, and that's why I knew. I took another visit just to see and compare, but there was no comparison. I feel like this is the best choice for me.
Have you had a chance to talk with head coach Marcus Freeman yet? Inform him of your decision? What was his reaction?
Yeah, I talked to him, I'd say 2-3 weeks ago about it. He was super excited for me. He knew I was a Notre Dame kid. He had no rush in me committing or anything like that because he felt I was the type to come to his school and play for him. He has a lot of trust in me and a lot of trust in my abilities and what I can do for their program.
All right. Well,
all right. Y'all heard it. Billy got stuffed in the locker rooms, y'all.
Shout out to Notre Dame, man.
Somebody go help Billy get up out of the locker.
The Gold Domers, man. Always on third base.
My boy got stuffed in the locker. Gator fans gonna find a way to flip it. Watch.
They get hyped every year, man, but they just don't do nothing, man. Notre Dame,
man. Spend this. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, over there on Locked On Gators. I can't wait to see you try to spin this. I can't wait.
That dude's a goofy dog.
High Top Sports, I can't wait to see how y'all gonna
spin. High Top Sports is cool, but that dude that Locked On Gators, bro, that dude been wrong like 1,000 out of 1,000 times, bro.
I can't wait to see how y'all spin this.
High Top Sports is good. High Top Sports actually does the second on Georgia.
I like High Top Sports.
High Top Sports is cool. He keep it real.
Shout out to my boy Stephen Harris, former champion for the Florida Gators in 2006. Shout out to him. Oh, man. So the Gators got stuffed in the locker. Another one. Another recruit.
But they got a top 10 class, right?
If I was Josh, you know what? Maybe it's just me being disrespectful, but I would have asked him, seeing the debacle that's going on at Florida with Jaden Rashada and the NIL, was that any other reason why you say you want to go there?
Did you ever consider in your mind to go there after seeing what happened?
Oh, man.
Sarge, to your point, they had a top 10 class at this time last year, too.
Yeah. But that's what their fans are going to lean on. Right now, we got a top 10 class.
So my boy said, no to Michigan, no to Florida, and no to Cincinnati. Notre Dame it is. Notre Dame it is. Man, that's crazy. My boy is committed to Notre Dame. So this was like 3 weeks ago he committed. Just made the announcement today.
Oh, okay. So he was already locked in.
Yeah, he said he called the coaches and told them 3 weeks ago. So Florida. Sorry, Billy Napier. Hope somebody find a pad, one of them lock breakers to get you out that locker.
Almighty Finn in the chat said Notre Dame paid him well.
Hey, man,
it's always going to be that.
Notre Dame got that Vatican money. They can get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame told him, hey, go make a confession. He said, there's a bag right in front of him. Yeah, they told him like D4L. I bet the Gators can't do it like this. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So does offensive lineman Jason Zandermiller expect to compete for a starting role in 2024? Man, that's tough. If he come in and he become a starter, that just means Florida's offensive line was just terrible.
He started as a freshman on the offensive line?
No, they said can he actually start? You got an echo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now speaking of the Florida Gators, one of their wide receivers that we were talking about a week ago, the Ty Bowman, the receiver, he just committed to Rice. So former wide receiver from the Florida Gators committed to Rice.
We're probably gonna get 10 targets a game out there.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, you got an echo, Sarge.
Okay.
Oh boy, that boy went to Rice. Like Josh Pate said, that boy went to food. Never lose the food. Make sure that you never lose the food.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out here and eat some lunch.
All right, man.
All right.
Also, another commitment for Kentucky. Martell's Carter, 4-star safety, committed to Kentucky. They reported this 10 minutes ago. Should be a lot of commitments happening in the upcoming weeks. You know, this is what normally happens. They make their commitments, June, July, and then the games get played down in August, September, and then we start seeing National Signing Day coming up. And some guys flip, some guys don't, some guys wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a race. It's a marathon, not a race.
Well, see, so I'm about to get ready to get up out of here, go back in this plant, see what the hell they got going on. I'm gonna let you know, man.
All right. Yeah, I'm about to go sit down and watch this baseball game. Florida State versus Wade.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Then I'm gonna watch Miami versus Duke.
Yeah, I hope we win that, boy. We need that. I'm gonna holler at you all then.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Like I said, appreciate everybody that tuned in. About to go watch some college baseball. See if Miami gonna make it to the ACC championship. Florida Gators just got stuffed in the locker room for cornerback. Notre Dame stuff them in the locker room. That's pretty much it. Miami got a better team than Florida. We already did the breakdown. Florida State ain't even worthy to be broken down. But yeah. It's a hot Saturday in Florida. I'm about to go enjoy it. So peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, hitting the follow button on Twitter, hitting the like button on Twitter, all that good stuff. I'll catch y'all probably next week or sometime during this week if anything happens significantly. All righty, folks. Have a good day.